Adams Tennis Complex in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a heck of a matchup tonight for you as MTSU Blue Raider Tennis will be taking on the Commodores of Vanderbilt. I'm Nathan Vaughn. Joined alongside me as our analyst for tonight, Cam Eschenfelder. And Cam, we are in for an absolute banger tonight.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and very quickly now we are going to head over into a coach's interview in just a moment because we have head coach of MTSU, Jimmy Borendame, who's going to be joining us in just a moment, actually. And I believe just a moment we're going to have him on, and we're going to ask him a little bit about this massive matchup that we have tonight, Cam. I'm super excited for this. And now going to be joining us, we have head coach Jimmy Borendame. Jimmy, how are you feeling?
I'm all right, guys. How y'all?
Doing great. Well, this is the one. It seems every year we come up to this Vanderbilt match, Jimmy, and a lot of hype gets around it. Is this the year? Is this the one you finally get over the Commodores?
I don't even think about those other ones. That's the past. So just focusing on it right now and excited about the match tonight.
Yeah, focusing absolutely on the now. Well, Coach, you've had a really good run recently. You've picked up a lot of wins. And, just tell us what you're feeling. What you tell the guys before, just general thoughts.
Yeah, happy to. Thanks again for doing this, guys. I think this is great. We're getting a lot of momentum. I just want to throw that at you. But tonight, we've won the doubles point. But because the singles matchups should be very competitive. So, I'm excited. I'm sure there's going to be, the full allotment of the capacity people here today, and just excited to get after the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people are going to be excited about this match, and it's always a good time for you to go up against Vanderbilt, local team, but they're always a good test for you. What do you like about playing Vanderbilt usually?
They're always really solid, 1 through 6. They're really well coached. A lot of talent on the team. Coach Duvenhage has done an amazing job. They compete really well, and it's always a dogfight. So sometimes the score line's not always what we want it to say, but the matches are always really competitive, and they don't stop competing. So it'll be a battle.
Absolutely. I know that Vanderbilt, the last time that they won a doubles match was against Illinois State. How have you guys prepared for this week, this new doubles point? Are you guys stressing that one a lot?
Yeah, since we lost the doubles point to Notre Dame, I've been pushing it pretty hard on a couple different skill sets. One thing in particular, just really trying to get a lot stronger with the net guy. In doubles, when you're hold serve, your net guy has to be solid. Not only do you have to serve well, but your net guy has to be a force up there for any weak balls that come through the middle or come at you, and you got to be able to help there. So especially down on my court, down on third doubles, we've been working on that with Francisco and with Max. Pavel's always trying to get better at it because he's so active at the net, and so that's something I'm going to look for. And then the other really one that'll be interesting is at one doubles. Freeman and Harwell are both lefties. And so, that's always a little interesting to get adjusted to. So we'll see if Stein and Pavel can make that little adjustment. And that adjustment's always interesting because on a lefty, the ball curves the opposite way. So you've kind of got to be on your toes. When the ball comes right at you and it's served right at you, you need to rotate to the other side, to the backhand. So we'll see. It should be really interesting to see one doubles and then third doubles.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen, guys like Francisco and Max. We saw, I think, at 2 in that second of the second Sunday double headers, and now deciding to put them in at 3. Was it kind of a tough decision? Did you maybe think about throwing in maybe Patty and Sean? We saw them on Sunday, or was it out? Were you pretty confident in Francisco and Max at that 3 doubles?
Well, Francisco and Max, they bring a lot of energy. Sean and Oscar do as well. We have so many pieces right now. It's really difficult to figure out the lineup, Big Nate. And, I'm going to stick with this squad. These 3 for tonight. I think we're going to make it really competitive, and if it doesn't, then I'll go back to the drawing board and get after it tomorrow and get ready for Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely, and a big Sunday matchup against Auburn is coming. But as you always tell us, Jimmy, you're focused on the right now, so I won't even ask you about it because I know you're not thinking about it. But,
that's right.
Coach, thank you again for joining us. Again, hopefully we'll come back at the end of tonight, and we'll be talking about the first win over Vanderbilt in quite some time. I think since 2006 it would be. So hopefully you all can pick that up, and good luck to you all.
All right, appreciate it. I think Coach Ian said he's going to come up, so you guys got him.
Absolutely.
Take it easy.
Yeah. So, again, that was head coach Jimmy from MTSU, and a lot of interesting things. He did kind of hint at it. So, again, the doubles lineup that we were given at this hour, we're going to have Pavel Model and Stein Slump on number 1 doubles for MTSU. They'll be taking on George Harwell and Max Freeman. Those are the 2 lefties, like Coach Jimmy pointed out. And then at number 2 doubles for MTSU, it's going to be Tom Moonen and Chris Edge. That's the duo that's been together for 4 seasons now, has been nationally ranked before. Then finally, they're going to be taking on Maxon Casaban and Marcus Ferreira for Vanderbilt. And then at the number 3 doubles, that was the one I think is going to be really crucial tonight, Cam. It's going to be Francisco Rocha and Max Rauch taking on Jeremy Casaban and Adam Srayberg for Vanderbilt. So, yeah, I think the doubles points, we always stress it. It doesn't matter if it's the women's, the men's, who they're playing. The doubles point has always seemed to be crucial, and I think MTSU has gotten it a couple times, but they haven't gotten it over in singles, or they lost the doubles point, but they had the ability to maybe get it in singles. It just seems like it's one or the other. Cam, what are your thoughts? Any keys for tonight for MTSU to win?
Well, I definitely think on the doubles point that he's stressing so much. On court 1, like he said, with the 2 lefties, that's going to be a strange match to watch. And then on court 2, Tom and Chris playing together. Right now they have a 7-2 overall record playing with each other, so they're a pretty deadly duo. And then, like you said, that court 3 will be an interesting match as well. That might be the clincher.
Yeah, absolutely. And, MTSU and Vanderbilt, they've been so close over the year. And I think that doubles point, MTSU has to pick it up if they want to pick up the win tonight. But, this 2021 season has been a bit strange for Vanderbilt. They've not quite been that superpower that you usually see them coming in as. For instance, they're only 4-5 this season, and they've lost all 4 of their SEC conference matchups so far in 2021. So, I think this is also an opportunity for Vanderbilt to face a solid out-of-conference team for them to try and get back to winning ways. So, obviously going to be really excited to see what Vandy can do tonight. And we're going to talk to perhaps their head coach in just a moment here.
Yep.
But, I'm really interested to see what kind of things we're going to see from Vanderbilt tonight. They have some experience on their team, but I think we're going to be able to hear a little bit more about the Commodores, Cam, because we are about in just a moment to have a special coaches interview in just one moment. So, rolling. One moment here. We're just going to get everything set up here. As you can see, MT warming up here. Coach Jimmy has made his way downstairs onto the court.
Big serve from Coach Jimmy.
Absolutely. And I believe, are we good to go now with a coach's interview? Just a moment. Promise you we're not leading you on purpose. Just want to make sure everything is good to go. So, actually, here we go. We have a coach's interview with the head coach of Vanderbilt men's tennis, Coach Ian Duvenhage. Coach, how you doing today? What's the feeling about the doors?
We're doing good, thank you.
Absolutely. Good to hear. All right, Coach. Well, again, it's a nice matchup for you all. From the looks of it, the schedule quite hasn't gone your way yet, but I think you all can probably see this as a good opportunity to go up against a good team and maybe get back on track, right?
Yeah, we've definitely taken it on the chin. Coach Borendame's done a great job with the program as usual, and we know this team well. It's essentially the same team we played last year, and we know you guys are really good, and so it's going to be a battle out there.
Yeah, absolutely, Coach. Take us through a little bit through the team. Kind of give us some diagnosis. Who do you think is going to start today? Who do you think is going to shine today for the Doors?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. the last few years when we've played Middle Tennessee, we've lost the doubles point and we've had to come back in singles, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar situation today. We have George Harwell at number 1, and he's obviously a local kid from Nashville, and then we've got Marcus Ferreira at 2 today, and he's going to be playing Oroka, and that's going to be a tough match. And then at 3 we have Max and Sysum against Slump, which will be a really tough match too. On any given day, I think Slump can be possibly the best player on MTSU's team. And then at 4, we have Max Freeman against Edge, and Edge is always a tough out because he serves and volleys so well. And then at 5, we've got Jeremy Casaban, and he's going to be playing who's he going to be playing? He's going to be playing Rauk.
I believe so, yeah.
And so, that'll be a good matchup too. And then at 6, we've got our South African freshman, Hubert Klopper, and he's going to be playing Mottel, and Mottel is a tough out too. So it's going to be a tough match.
Awesome. So you guys are facing the Blue Raiders again on the 14th. I want to ask about the double scheduling. What was the plan there?
Yeah, Jimmy and I just talked. Both of us lost some matches because of COVID, and we were under a full schedule. We are allowed to play 25 dates by the NCAA, and both of us were under. And also the NCAA this year relaxed their 500 rule, and so Jimmy came with the proposal that we play each other twice this year, and it made a lot of sense to me. So yeah, we'll face you guys again a little later this month in Nashville.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you, and good luck for today and the rest of the season.
Thank you very much, and this is a very cool thing you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you, Coach, for the compliments. So, yeah, Cam, absolutely. And we'll see him hurrying down, and you can kind of see Cam as he was kind of doing the interview. You could see the fans. You kind of have to keep moving because the fans are making their way in. Again, limited capacity again in the Adams Tennis Complex. It's kind of a shame, Cam, because I think this place really would be even more packed had we not, unfortunately, have a bit of a pandemic going on, which is unfortunate. But obviously, we're trying our hardest. You maybe not be able to see it, but we actually have like a little bit of a glass between us, so that's why we're able to have our masks off and we're talking at you. So we're able to keep it as safe as possible, and we're obviously stressing out. So we're cleaning microphones, cleaning headsets, and all that. So that's always a good thing. Always want to keep safe and sound. And we are wishing the best to our good friends Zachary Lone and Houston Chapman, who could not join us tonight due to COVID and contact tracing. We hope they're enjoying the broadcast at home, though, and we wish them well. We hope to see them back in the broadcast when they're all 100% and back in health. But yeah, Cam, absolutely. I agree with what you said earlier, and everyone seems to be stressing that right now. How important a doubles point is. Vanderbilt has, like you said, lost the last couple of times on that doubles point. So I think I said it. I think during the Marshall match for the women's, and I said this is a matchup that keeps seeming to find its way to go 4-3 or 4-2 or something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, whoever wins the doubles point there probably ends up winning the match. Marshall won the doubles point; they won the match because of winning that doubles point. But I think MT, this is the best chance they've got. You've heard it from Vanderbilt that they've been taking it on the chin a little bit recently. Losses to Alabama, losses, I believe, to Auburn as well, A&M, LSU. Good tennis programs, obviously, but I think this is the chance for MT.
Absolutely.
This is the block, right?
Yeah.
This is the team that always seems to just find a way to get them. I actually was able to do a bit of a story for Middle Tennessee News that aired this Wednesday, and we talked about Max. I talked to Max Roush, and I talked to him about how he's come back for this 5th year. But during there, I was able to ask him, the Vanderbilt match was coming up, and, Max just took me through his progression. When he first got here as a freshman, they got destroyed. And then every year they seemed to get a little bit closer, but they couldn't quite finish the deal. And now this is Max, it's Tom's, it's Chris's, it's all these guys' final chance to beat Vanderbilt. And, they've got 2 shots at it, Cam, but I think the one here at the Adams Tennis Complex would mean more than anything in front of the home fans.
Absolutely, and I think it's good to keep in mind that Vanderbilt previously faced Memphis, who shut them out 4-0, and when MTSU played them in a scrimmage match, we actually, took the dub there. So I think MTSU's got a pretty good chance here.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from a neutral perspective, I think people might say that MTSU is a very slight favorite. But, Cam, I'm a firm believer that tennis, and you would probably agree, that tennis is a very mental thing. It's a mental matchup, and that a lot of it is in here. Part of it is the physical game, but a lot of it is in your head. It's about, okay, can I come in here? Can I remain calm? Okay, I'm maybe 1-2 points away from finally beating Vanderbilt. Maybe that getting in your head a little bit. MTSU's got to get over that hill. They've got to get over that hump, Cam.
Absolutely.
And here we are. We can see Vanderbilt right here warming up. And even though this might be a bit more of a down year for Vanderbilt in terms of what they have, which is very high expectations in Nashville, they are still an extremely dangerous team. You obviously heard from Coach there. They've got 5 stars that aren't even going to be playing today that, you would assume probably would start or get pretty significant playing time for schools like MT or even other schools in the SEC, which really just speaks to the depth that Vandy has. But I think Vandy, I think they're going to be a team that's kind of slightly in a bit of a rebuild right now. But even Vanderbilt in a rebuild, very dangerous team. So we'll be expecting to see a lot from them. Again, guys like George Harwell and Marcus Ferreira, is what Coach talked about. Those guys, really strong players. And I believe, off the top of my head, I believe George Harwell was ranked just outside the top 100 in singles at the start of this spring season.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty
117 in the
117, yeah. And there was, like I said, a couple of guys that are 5 stars, blue chip recruits. That I think one of them, I want to believe it was James Ignatowicz. I want to believe he was one that I might have had some ATP points at one point. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look that up one more time. Or it was some Vanderbilt player had some sort of ATP points. I remember seeing that in a media guide, and I was like, wow, that's really impressive. So, again, they're a good school.
Yeah, they are a pretty strong team and a good school, a historic program, of course. Back in 2020, actually, George Harwell, who we were talking about, had a 10-3 dual match singles record, and he had 8 wins on court 1 that year. So, I mean, their team is definitely, they have good players. They have a good program. This year, like Coach was saying, they're not doing, as good as they would hope. But, we'll have to see if they can come back at some point later on in the season, and if MTSU can take the victory today. Yeah.
So Jeremy Casaban is another guy that I think that Vanderbilt brought up. This is a guy that, again, another 5-star, shocker, I know. Number 1 in boys 12 national rankings. Wow. A freshman from Pennsylvania. The Everett Tennis Academy is where he came out of. And you look at down the list here, Vanderbilt's provided for us, Casaban, Everett Tennis Academy, Marcus Ferreira, Hilton Head Prep in South Carolina. Obviously, George Harwell, this is a guy from Montgomery Bell, MBA, who has some other incredible talents have come out of that. And then just, look down the list, guys from, Los Angeles, guys from Delray Beach. Not the Delray Beach we're thinking of from tennis fame, I'm pretty sure. But, it's just I think both of these teams that we're going to watch today have recruited so well. Obviously, from Vanderbilt, that's the standard. They expect that, and that's obviously a testament to how great their program is. MTSU, it's kind of now also started to become the expectation that this team can recruit very well. And, it's iron sharpens iron, Cam. These are 2 teams that just play each other every year, and they always seem to come out as better teams on both ends. So really excited to see them match up today, and obviously we're going to be pulling slightly for an MT victory, but most importantly we want to see these 2 teams go to war, and hopefully we're here for a little while watching some really good tennis. So, yeah, absolutely. And again, just going over some more of our keys to victories, we're closing in now on the beginning of doubles. I believe we're 8 minutes or so away, so stay tuned here on CUSA TV because we're going to bring you doubles action in just a moment. But going again to my keys to victory, Cam, I've outlined a couple ones. Again, we've ran this over so many times, but the doubles point's my number one. I think it's super important for MT to pick up that doubles point because they always seem to find victory historically through the doubles point, through guys like Chris Edge and Tom Moon in that partnership, or Stein Slump and Pavel Model. Or maybe we see that number 3 doubles that had kind of struggled a little bit on Sunday, Cam, between Francisco and Max. Maybe those two can pick up a win there, moving down from 2 now to 3 with the addition of Edge and Moon. And the second one I did is finish your job. I mean, we've seen it a couple times now where getting up a little bit, they've got a chance to serve out a set, serve out a big break, or no, well, not serve out a break, but get a break and what have you, and just kind of gets away from them. I think, what was it, that doubles match on Sunday, they had 7 or so match points on court 2 or 3 doubles, and eventually they ended up winning. But when you play a team like Vanderbilt, you are not going to get away with dropping 6 or 7 match points.
Yeah,
if you even get 6 or 7 match points, I don't think they're going to let you get away with that. And my final key to victory is simple. Seize the day. This is the day for so many of these players that have been here for 4 or 5 years that have wanted a win against Vanderbilt so badly because they've came so close. And this is the chance. I think this is the best chance they've had, the best chance they're ever going to get, since guys like Chris Edge, Tom Moonen, and Max are all going to be leaving after this season. And obviously they've got another chance next week, but it's at Vanderbilt. And I think everyone here wants them to win inside the ATC. The fans are coming in here to see them win inside the ATC.
Yeah, and like we said, this is probably the best year, the best chance they have. Some of my keys to victory, I was talking to Coach Kelly before the match. Like you said before, my first topic was, of course, the doubles point, taking that.
Right.
Vandy's a little bit weak, so I think that if we can take control of that, we will, I think that's a good starting point for us to win the whole thing. And some things that Coach Kelly told us was that they need to have more confidence. They need to forget about the team name Vanderbilt. They can't be focusing on the team that they used to play or the record or anything. They just need to focus on today and, just to stick to their game is my third point as well. Just keeping to what they know and not letting anything get into their head and just keeping it strictly tennis.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam. Well, we are going to take a very short break. When we come back, we're going to have doubles action that is going to be starting. It's going to be MTSU versus Vanderbilt, and you are going to want to tune in for that. This is Blue Raider Tennis on MTN Sports. We'll be right back. Welcome back inside the Adams Tennis Complex in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We are about to get underway with doubles action, and you can hear both teams getting excited. Again, I am Nathan Vaughn, joined alongside by our analyst Cam Eschenfelder, and we are about to get into the biggest tennis matchup of the season so far for the Blue Raiders. And again, taking you through the doubles lineups that are just about to get underway. On court one, it's going to be Pavel Model and Stein Slump for MTSU. They're going to be taking on George Harwell and Max Freeman for Vanderbilt. On court two for MTSU, it's going to be Tom Moonen and Chris Edge, that formerly nationally ranked doubles duo. They're going to be taking on Maxon Sissam, and they're going to be taking on Marcus Ferreira on court two for Vanderbilt. And then finally on court three, Francisco and Max. They're going to be taking on Jeremy Casaban and Adam Srayberg for Vanderbilt. And Cam, I'm jacked for this match
hyped.
right
I'm
now.
hyped.
I have been looking forward to this for months.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you. I'm like, you can't see it because the table's blocking it, but my legs are moving. I'm like jumpy. I'm ready to get into this. So excited to call that, and so excited to for everyone to join us. So, wow, yeah, little jitters, get them out of the way. Hopefully, both teams don't have any bit of the jitters, so we can immediately get into some great action here. So again, both teams stressed the importance of the doubles point. MT has taken the doubles point the last couple of times against Vanderbilt, but the Doors have always managed to bounce back in singles. Is the same formula going to be followed today, or is MT or Vanderbilt going to buck the trend a little bit? Well, we're going to find out in the next 2-3 hours, perhaps, Cam. Or maybe one of the teams will surprise us and just blow the doors off the other one, and we'll be all disappointed.
Yeah.
Unless you're a fan of one of the other teams, and then you'll probably be pumped. But I think most fans kind of want some exciting action. And again, the Adams Tennis Complex filled to capacity. That is allowable under our COVID-19 regulations here. And then we're handing out shirts and everything at front here, so it's beginning to feel a little bit more like how it used to be pre-COVID.
Yep.
And it's been almost a year, Cam, but thankfully we've at least managed to make it this far, and hopefully we can finish out this season. And this is absolutely a highlight. Again, first of two meetings between these teams this season. One tonight in the Adams Tennis Complex, and then in a week's time in Nashville. So this is court one.
First point at the Doors.
Yep, and of course this is George Harwell and Max Freeman for the Doors. And again, they're taking on Pavel Model and Stein Slump for the Blue Raiders. So you can see court three is on your right, court two is on your left, and we're watching court one right down the middle.
A good shot to the net.
Yep, good start here for Vanderbilt. And again, Cam, I think we talked about it a little bit on Sunday's matchup when I was here. It seems like the net play really hasn't been the best so far for MT, which is a very crucial part of doubles, obviously. So they're really going to need to find their way into it, or otherwise Vanderbilt's going to have their way. But net play goes in favor of MT there. It's a little long from Vanderbilt. I believe the score is 30-15 here.
Just wide.
Yep, can't quite get on that one, and knocks her high. So, an interesting quirk about tonight's matchup is the fact that it's going to be a bit difficult to find the scoreboard. We're going to have to crane our necks behind us because there's so many fans blocking the scoreboards that are in front of us. So we'll try our hardest. So if you ever see us craning our necks tonight, we're just checking the score, I promise. But I think that's a positive overall. Oh, double fault. Well, this is a big opportunity right out the gate now for Pavel Middle and Stein Slump for MTSU. They are really into this service. For George Harwell and Max Freeman, this would be a big start for MT if they were able to get a break here. Oh, and he just can't get it over Pavel. And Vanderbilt, they survived that first service, but if that's anything to look forward to, it looks like we're going to have a very tight matchup there. And we did just get the word in that Chris Edge and Tom Moonen were able to claim their first point on a break, so already a big advantage for that duo stuck at number 2 doubles. But, man, does it not feel like your normal number 2 doubles team, as it looks like the pairing of Srayberg and Casaban for Vanderbilt were able to hold their serve, so it's 1-0 in favor of Vandy. So it looks like only an advantage. And it looks like our scoreboard, I may have gotten it wrong. Looks like the scoreboard says that they're on serve on court 2. I might be wrong, though. Obviously, the scoreboard, you got to kind of work it out a little bit at the beginning, and then everyone kind of gets into a groove, much like the players. So we'll keep you updated on that. But MT does have a 1-game lead at the moment. And actually, I believe we're going to have a quick little report coming in from Dan Eschenfelder. Dan, tell us what's up.
Yeah, so on court 2, Tom Moonen and Chris Edge are playing. You missed a really good rally. The Vandy player actually got knocked on his bottom and actually still continued to return 2 more balls.
Yeah.
But we prevailed. We actually got that point.
Yeah, was that a break or was that a hold of serve on court 2?
That was a hold of serve.
Hold of serve. Okay,
yeah,
good.
They're still on.
So we're still on serve on all the courts right now.
Still on serve.
Yeah,
yes.
okay, good. So we got that clarified early. Nice. And again, you actually saw he almost got there was a ball that came up into the stands, got around in the bleachers that is just directly in front of us. Thankfully, hit the bleachers and the fans that are in front of us instead of our broadcast setup. Sorry, that's maybe a bit mean to say, but these are very expensive. We're going to get you back into the action in just a moment here. And we're going to find, let's see which court we're going to head over into. This is still court 1. And they are about to get started here. But, yeah, it looks like everyone has held their opening serve here. But now we're going to watch Stein Slump for MT, and he is serving here on court 1. And that's long, so good start for this service for Stein and Pavel.
Beautiful inside outs by Stein.
Absolutely, yeah. And again, unfortunate part of the play site cameras, which are amazing, and we want to thank MT Athletics for getting this for us, but they are just a second or 2 behind real time, so you might get spoiled. But there are a couple of Vanderbilt fans here. So you never know if the cheering is good or bad, but if it's really loud cheering, there's a good chance it's a good thing for MT. But, yeah, so you might get spoiled a little bit ahead of time, but maybe they'll pull a surprise on you. I think it's part of the fun, Cam, for the viewers at home, isn't it? It's almost like you're at a real like you're here at the ATC, but if you were on another one of those courts and you hear a loud noise, you're like, what's going on? You got to crane your neck over. But luckily, we'll be able to keep you updated as that happens. But, yeah, again, we also got word that Chris and Tom held for MT, so they have consummated that break, and or excuse me, they have held their serve. So, looking at it again. Big fist pumps there, and you can see them really get excited and into it. And again, you can catch court 2 on your left and court 3 on your right. And again, we're right down here on court 1. Yep. So, yeah, we're just looking and keeping up on the score updates here. as much as we can here. And, a bit of a lull there, so we're going to switch over now. This is court 2. This is Tom Moonen and Chris Edge for MTSU. And they're going to be taking on Maxon Casaban and Marcus Ferreira for Vanderbilt. And this one, at the moment, looks like it's at 1-all with Tom Moonen serving for the Blue Raiders.
Big serve by Tom, but he couldn't complete it.
And again, and you're really needing something big here from Tom and Chris here. Again, they've been paired for 4 years, Cam. That's such an extremely long period of time. So again, we are going to now take a quick look and head over in just a moment. So you get the PlaySight cameras ready and test it up. It take a little while to get up, but we'll keep you updated on anything that happens while we're in there, as we had a big round of applause coming over here, as this is court 3. And this is Francisco and Max, but I did hear a big round of applause. Is that ball just
out?
A little long, yeah. So again, we're going to head over now to, this is court 2 that we're going to be heading to. This is Tom Moonen and Chris Edge. That is, we're going to take a quick peek at again. Actually, we just missed them. What happened there? And it looks like it might have been a hold of serve that happened on that one. So 2-1. MT looks like they got a big one there. It looks like we actually had a break going in on court 3 in favor of Vanderbilt. I wonder, we have a reporter, we have Dan Eschenfelder. Dan, tell us what happened there on courts 2 and 3.
Yeah, I saw you guys switch to court 2 with Tom and Edge. So they, Vandy actually did have one break chance on them. Chris and Tom were able to hold, and they actually got it to deuce, our deciding point, and they actually held out. So still on serve on court 2.
So courts 1 and 2 on serve. Did you manage to catch what happened on court 3 there?
Negative. I'm heading over there right now. Are you guys taking court 1?
I think we'll go take a look at court 1 for right now, because
okay.
that one
headed over to 2.
Yep, absolutely.
Or 3. I'm sorry, 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think thanks to Dan for the report there. So this is court 1 again. A lot of action here going on, but yeah, like I said, it looks like that the team of Casaban and Srayberg were able to catch a break on Rocha and Rauch. And yeah, so Maxie and Brock are up against it there. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. And it looks like Vanderbilt did hold, so it's a 3-love lead on court 3. So Vanderbilt in cruise control on that one. So it's really going to, looks like it might come down to courts 1 and 2, and that puts a lot of pressure on MTSU, Cam.
Yeah, and you can see Coach Callie just now was talking to the team, trying to give him some assistance.
Yeah, absolutely. So Vanderbilt serving. And a big point coming up there. Look at the pop-off from Pavel. I think that might have been, I believe it was a break of serve for MTSU on court 1. And that is great news for the Blue Raiders after falling a little bit behind there on court 3. So now we're all knotted up, it feels like. So break advantage for the Doors on court 3, but a break advantage for the Blue Raiders on court 1, Cam.
Big advantage to take court 1 a break point. That's a big advantage because Coach Jimmy's banking on that court 2 with Edge and Tom. So court 1 is a big one.
Yeah, absolutely. We're now going to go to court 2. This is Tom Moonen and Chris Edge. And that is the one Dan said that it went to that deuce point, and Vanderbilt had a chance to get a break, Cam, but they let it get away. And this pairing has been together for so long. I think the highest they've been ranked is right around the top 50 in college at one point. I believe it was 2 years ago that happened.
A fancy move there.
Oh, and just couldn't get over it. That's a bit of a tricksy one there for MT. Couldn't quite.
Yeah. What a great pickup by Tom there, though, to come up to the net.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is still on serve here on court 2. Vanderbilt looking to maintain that as MTSU looks for their second break on as many courts. Second serve coming up here for Vanderbilt.
Just up.
Yeah, I just heard something really loud coming from all the way the far side. That happened there. And again, so Pavel and Stein up that break on court 1. Francisco and Max down a break. But yeah, it looks like we're going to have a very topsy-turvy one, and it might come down very well to this second court here. And I mean, if you want to start booking something storybook, man, seeing Tom and Chris get a deciding point would be big. But Vanderbilt is not going to let this one get away, and they do hold their serve. So it is going to be 2-all on court 2. And I wonder if we can go quickly over to court 1 now, as we can kind of see Stein and Pavel. And I believe they're going to be trying to hold their serve here to consummate that break, which is at 2-1. Advantage to MT. This is Pavel Model. It's that one just long. And just found its way in there for Vandy. So the Doors got a chance at this one, absolutely. And just taking a step away real quickly, but we'll be right back in just a moment. But Cam, this is living up to what we kind of built it to be, which is this is going to be there's going to be one advantage on one court, but another advantage on another court for the other, and it's going to come down to the very finest of margins.
Yeah.
So we're going to go back now. This is court 1. Pavel still on serve. I think he might have called that one long. That one was long again. Double fault for Pavel, and now a bit of a danger zone here for MT.
Not what you want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. But it does look like that the pairing of Max and Francisco were able to hold their serve, so they're now on the board. It's still 3-1 and a break advantage for Casaban and Srayberg for Vanderbilt on court 3, though. So a big service game for Vandy and MT on court 3, so we'll keep an eye on it. That's on your right, so you can kind of take a peek at it as it happens. Oh, and it just died right on the spot there.
Too good, right to the feet.
Yeah, and so there you go. That is a break for Vanderbilt right back. And so, again, this is the pairing of George Harwell and Max Freeman. These two, both seniors. Again, George Harwell from Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville, so a hometown product and a very highly ranked singles player. Does send that one long. Big rally just seems to playing a bit of a catch there, cross court there. They did mention, though, Cam, that Harwell and Freeman, they're both lefties. Cam, what's kind of the difficulty of playing against two lefties in doubles? Does that kind of mess with you a little bit?
Yeah, I think like Coach Jimmy was saying, the curve is completely different, and, you know, their forehand is a different side that you have to hit to. So if you're very trained to playing against a right-handed player, you know, hitting it to his backhand all the time, now you're going to be, you know, if their forehand is stronger than their backhand, if you keep on hitting that side, you're just playing to their advantage. So it is a different game for sure.
Absolutely. And I did see that Tom Moonen and Chris Edge did hold their serve, so it's still on serve 3-2 for MT, though. And that just threads the needle there. So Vanderbilt's got a really good chance here to.
That was a big backhand by Vandy.
Yeah, make sure they can consummate the break and not immediately lose it after just breaking back. Kind of get a bit of a peek on court 3 over there as Francisco seems to be trading here. We can kind of call it. while it happens over here. Looks like that one might have went a little long, though, on Francisco, and indeed it did. So it looked like Vanderbilt will hold their serve. That's Schraberg and Casaban on court 3. So the door is up 4-1 on court 3 in a very strong position. Oh, ball ran on there.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's a killer
That's
for
unfortunate.
MT.
After 2 slams that they were able to come back into.
That's part of the game, and that's almost kind of a skill in itself,
Yep.
Cam, is you kind of know you're in a position, you say, oh, there was a ball there.
Yep.
And immediately pays dividends for Vanderbilt. It just kind of be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it really do.
It's really unfortunate there but you kind of have to, again, Cam, I pointed out this is a very much a mental matchup here. I think both of these teams are pretty equal when it comes to skill, strength, and everything, experience as well.
Yep.
It's really a mental thing. Wow, look at that.
Big volley.
Well, I was critiquing the net play a little bit there, and Vanderbilt's, I think they've been doing a good job. They just kind of sit right there in the middle almost, kind of like a free safety in football, and they just managed to thread the needle. Stein did there.
Wide serve.
Long by a bit of a margin there.
Excellent play.
Never had a chance.
Wow.
Steinslum, good job there, and he's gotten 2 big net points right there. Now
Absolutely.
MT's got a great chance now at this.
That was some great teamwork right there. Pavel fighting to push that ball outside, and then Stein just ending it.
And again, I'm keeping my eye out on this game on the left side on court 2 there between Moonen and Edge. That one seems to have been going for quite some time, so I want to keep an eye on it. Looks like Vandy was able to thread it in there. And indeed they were, so it's a hold for Vanderbilt on court 2. That's at 3-all now, so Casaban and Ferreira.
Oh, and a double fault for Vanderbilt.
And that was actually, I believe it was.
Double fault for the break.
Wow. Well, you might
Goodness.
say there is a little bit of the ball not lying there for MT. They end up getting that one after the ball rolled in there when MT had a chance at it. So MTSU, they get that break right back. So 3 straight breaks now on court 1. But MT, they are the ones that get the advantage out of that. Now it's just about holding on to it when they get it. So big opportunity there for the Blue Raiders because it looks like this court 3 is getting away from them now. Still at 4-1 in favor of Vanderbilt, though. But again, this is court 2. It's at 3-all. And I didn't quite get to see who's holding this. But again, we're willing to see if it's Tom. Yep, it's Tom Mooden that's going to be serving here.
This is Tom
Grad
and
student.
Chris. Wow.
Hit twice.
Working that
And-
net game.
Yeah, umpire made sure to call it there from the chair. So big points there. And again, we can kind of keep an eye on court 1. That's on your right. Looks like Vanderbilt was able to pick up the first point there. On MTSU serve, looking to consummate that break. Big serve from Tom Moon, and no real shot at that one.
Tom the Beast.
Came back for the 5th year. Both of these guys, again, paired for 4 years. They've been here. They've yet to beat the Doors, and they really want that win tonight from the ATC. But it is going to be a very hard-fought one, that's for sure. And it starts here in this doubles point.
And again, Tom and Chris, 7-2 record overall with each other.
And it is a hold of serve for the Blue Raiders. So Tom Mooning, good work on the service there, and it's 4-3 for the Blue Raiders. But, yeah, I think we should now head over now to court 1. This is MTSU looking to hold on to their break right now, up 3-2. in this doubles match on court 1. And I couldn't quite see who was serving there. I want to believe it's Stein off memory.
Just in time for a big slam.
The Czech assassin, Pavel Model. Good work there. Looking to cash in this opportunity here and go up 4-2 in the match. Everyone's starting to kind of float over now onto this court 1. I think everyone's kind of, unfortunately, abandoned court 3. I feel bad for Max and Francisco, but I think everyone's kind of realizing this is probably where it's going to come. Oh!
Yeah, they're really focusing on putting the fans on this match right here.
Yeah, I thought Stein was able to sneak that one in there, but not quite. So second serve.
Wow, what a get to.
Okay, Pavel. Goodness, look at him just stretch out there and just get the tip of the racket to put it over.
The full court stretch. Oh, my gosh.
And that's exactly what MT's really kind of been missing at times, but they seem to be putting it together right now. But, again, it's all about finishing, as it did look like Francisco next were able to hold their serve again, so it's still only 4-2 in favor of Vanderbilt. So all it would take is one break for MT to get back in on that one.
Big serve.
And a thunder from the hammer of Stein's slump. One more, you heard it there from Stein and Pavel. This would be a huge hold of serve here. And they are, I believe, able to get it. Indeed it is. The hold of serve for Stein slump on his serve. It's 4-2 now for MT. And now, see if we can head on over to court 2, because this is the one that I think is going to be our tiebreaker. If results hold right now, Cam, and it is Tom Moon and Chris Edge. Again, the story is, it's written. I want to believe in the Hollywood script tonight for MT. And, yeah, this would be such a great story to start us off with.
Absolutely, especially for Tom and Chris, if they can pull this one out after fighting against Vanderbilt for so many years.
4-3 right here. Vanderbilt looking to hold on to their serve and keep it all knotted up. And just dunks it right back in. Chris Edge, look at the big grin showing off those pearly whites. With MT really wanting this one. And again, you know, there's so much emotion, momentum that's just going on in this side of the court, 'cause everyone's playing right next to each other, Cam. That one quite long. Second serve here. Can MT make something of this? Oh, yes!
Wow. Big net play from the Raiders.
Split them right down the middle. What a rally that was, Cam.
Oh, my gosh. And you can hear the fans going absolutely crazy.
Goodness me. That might be one of the best points I've seen in quite some time. And now. And just immediate response. And that is for the hold. So close for MT. But.
And you can definitely see they're having fun out there.
I think they
even when they lose the points, they're just happy to be out there.
Looks like something big just happened on court 1, because I just saw a massive pop-off from Pavel and Stein. So we're keeping an eye on that one. I just put down immediately there by Tom Moonen. But yeah, you can kind of see court one on your right here as MT is fighting hard to try and extend their lead now, as it looks like it was another hold of serve for Srayberg and Casaban. So it's 5-2 for Vanderbilt on court 3. Looks like they're on the path to victory over there, so MT would need to take the next 2 courts.
There's Chris with the big serve.
Yeah.
Wow. Big Ben, straight out of London.
Absolutely. The senior coming from Carlisle.
There you go. Carlisle, Great Britain. Oh, what a fantastic net.
Yeah, and they're just,
wow.
They are really flying through this service game right now, Cam.
Yeah.
And it really feels like even though they weren't able to get that break, they were able to get a little bit of momentum going in favor of them here. Right
big
down the
serve,
pipe.
Chris Edge.
That's a big one. I think that was held to love there for Chris Edge. So it is now a 5-2 in favor of MT. They have a chance to serve out for that first point, but there's also a chance for, it looks like, Vandy. So we'll head over to 1 when they get off the change over here, but this is Vanderbilt. They've got a chance here to get on the board here.
Set point.
Francisco.
Oh, Francisco.
Spiked that one. And it's going to be Max that's going to be on serve here for the Blue Raiders, trying to keep this one going just a bit longer. And if they can hang around here and kind of deny Vanderbilt that feeling of victory, I think that's also really important. But as you can see on your left here, and we might head over there in just a moment to court 1 to see if MT can serve out that first doubles point. They might go bang-bang here on court 1 and 3. It looks like we're going to have a nice little feature that we have here. We're going to be able to split screen here between courts 1 and 3, so we can see the ends of both of these crucial games here. And we'll get that in just a moment. Actually, I believe it might be 1 and 2 instead that we're going to get. We'll tell you in just a moment. Okay. Yeah, 1 and 2 here. So we're actually, you can still see court 3 on the right side of your left screen. I know that's confusing, but the big screen on your left is covering court 1, and the screen on your right is court 2. So, and then you can kind of catch a little bit of court 3 again in that corner on the left side of the screen. So it's technically a bit of a triple cast to some extent. But again, just a quick update. Remember, on court 1, that's on your left, MT is serving for the match. And then on court 2, it is 5-4 for MTSU, and they would need a break to win the set. But with how close they got in that last service game of Vanderbilt, I think it's actually really possible for MT to pull it off. He could very much go 1, 2, 3 right off the bat here. So really stay tuned. We hope you had your bathroom break and you got your snacks ahead of time, because we are going to be locked in here. Yeah, good job there by Tom Moonen, and no chance to return there at the net for Vanderbilt. Looks like it'll be Pavel Model to serve out the match on court 1 for the Blue Raiders. That's on your left screen.
Big slam.
Yep, sent right down the pipe there. Oh, what a pass by Vanderbilt on the right side of your screen on court 2 there. These two teams are just threading the needle so well, Cam. Just excellent play all around, and it's exactly what we wanted. And I'm glad. A bit of a lull now.
Wow.
And just put away again there by Vanderbilt on court 2. They do not want to give this serve up.
Good net game.
This one seems destined to go the distance, it feels like. But is there a late twist on that court 2? Is there any twists? It's long. And it's going to be MT. They pick up court 1 by a final score of 6-2. And now let's see if we can go to court 2 really quickly. So MT, they've gotten 1 right now. And so it looks like, and 2, it looks like, oh, it just caught it when we went final. No, we had such a terrible time change. Oh, we just missed it.
Yep.
But I wonder, can we get a replay of that final point on court 2? Maybe we can show you. But MTSU has just won the doubles point. We just missed it. It did go right as I predicted. It was bang, bang. Happened almost instantaneously. Okay, here's our replay. This is the match-winning point for MTSU. Oh, right after this. So this is – so here it is. This is the doubles point winner. And Chris Edge went right at the body and got it immediately. So the Blue Raiders, they've done it again to the doors. They've picked up the doubles point. And Cam, I made the prediction, and my predictions have been pretty good so far this season with my keys to victory and everything. I said whoever wins the doubles point wins the match. MTSU has just won the doubles point. No commentator curse tonight.
Let's not
please.
try and
Begging here. Okay, so again, I'm not sure if that court 3 went final in time. Let's just assume it didn't because I'm not seeing a final score. But the final score on court 1 doubles, Pavel and Stein, they picked that one up 6-2. They defeat George Harwell and Max Freeman. And on court 2, MTSU picks up the win and the doubles point with it. It's Tom Moonen and Chris Edge. The storybook is being written. Cam, they defeat Maxon Sisam and Marcus Ferreira by a score of 6-4. MT, they're up 1-0 against Vanderbilt. Do not go anywhere, folks. This is MTN Sports on CUSA.TV. Blue Raiders up 1-0 on the Commodores. We'll be right back with singles action. Welcome back inside the Adams Tennis Complex. MTSU taking on Vanderbilt, and the Blue Raiders once again take the doubles point off the Commodores, and they lead 1-0. Welcome back inside here. I'm Nathan Vaughn, joined alongside by our analyst for tonight, Cam Eschenfelder. Cam, I made the prediction, and my predictions, I think 90% of the time are right every time.
Yep, we're getting ready.
And I said that doubles point, whoever wins it wins the match. MT, they picked that one up, so let's see if I stay true. And, yeah, we are watching singles here, so let's quickly go down the singles lineup. And, again, they did not wait too long. So Tom Moonen here is on court 1. That's what you're watching. He's taking on George Harwell. And then on court 2, it's going to be Francisco Rocha. He's going to be taking on Marcus Ferreira for Vanderbilt. On court 3, Stein Slump's going to be taking on Maxon Casaban for Vanderbilt. And on court 4, it's going to be Chris Edge. He's taking on Max Freeman from Vanderbilt. Max Roush, he's going to be taking on Jeremy Casaban on court 5. And on court 6, the Czech assassin, Pavel Model. He's going to be taking on Hubert Klopper. We heard a little bit about, Hubert Klopper. I heard a lot about him from Vanderbilt, and they're excited about him. Again, Vandy, a young team. They've got a lot of potential, and I'm excited to see what they bring to the table. And we've got a couple of first games going final. It looks like Chris Edge was able to hold his opening serve, and everyone else looks like they're still at null. So great start for Chris on court 4. And, again, we'll keep you updated. The bleachers have been removed in front of us. Apparently they moved them there just for doubles, which I guess worked out because court 2 doubles ended up being the decider.
Yeah.
And the crowd really, I think, gave a little bit of an advantage to MT. Usually in normal years, Cam, mostly MT, but there is probably I'd say 20-25% Vanderbilt fans in attendance.
Yeah.
As Harwell calls that one out. I thought it caught the line, but again, we do not have play fair technology, which is a little bit different. It's kind of like Hawkeye, if you've ever watched a tennis channel or an ESPN production, And we're actually getting some officials, referees trained to do it. Now, sometimes in the spring, when they head outside, we see line judges sometimes line up opposite of the server, and they'll call out occasionally, but not indoors. It's really not feasible with the tight setups we have here. But nonetheless, that's just part of the game, Cam. If it's close to being out, you can call it out. It's just part of it. Everyone does it, so nothing to get too angry over. Unless it's a deciding point for a match or set, then you can kind of get a little upset. But, again, it's just part of it. But, yeah, I think the fans, Vanderbilt usually has a bit of a contingent here, but unfortunately a lot less than it usually is just due to the COVID regulations for the season. Hopefully in 2022, if these teams play again, which I would assume they would, we can have all of them. So we can have all the fans that we possibly can fit in here. And already we've got a big break on court 4. Chris Edge, he is on fire, it looks like right now. And we saw that in the doubles point. And we're going to quickly go over to him in a sec. So, sorry, we're going to have to dip away from you, Tom. But I want to go check in because he was electric in that doubles matchup with Tom Moonen. And up 2-0 early. And, again, just some earlier results coming around. It looks like on court 1 that George Harwell was able to hold his serve for Vanderbilt. And on court 3, it looks like Maxon Casaban was able to hold for Vanderbilt. And on court 6, Pavel Model was able to hold his serve against Hubert Klopper. So everyone looks to be on even footing except the one we're watching right now, which is court 4, as Chris Edge looks to hold on to this break that he has just gained. A really quick fire 2 games that he was able to pick up. Again, a couple more scores coming around, a couple more holds of serve on courts 1, 3, and 6. So again, looks like everyone calming down a little bit. Calm before the storm, kind of had to catch your breath after that finish to doubles, Cam. It was bang, bang. It was 1-2. And actually just got a report in from our director that Francisco has just broken on court 2. So a 1-0 lead on court 2 for the man they call Brock. He's taking on Marcus Ferreira on court 2. So nice start for MT on courts 2 and 4. And, that's been the difference maker in matches between the Blue Raiders and Vanderbilt over the years, Cam. And again, they win the doubles point, and then singles that just gets away from them. But is this year the different year? Is Chris Edge with a big ace
serve.
down the
Wow.
pipe there. And that is a 3-love lead in the first set for Chris.
Booming through these matches. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we're going to head over to 2. So this is Francisco. Oh, Brock. I love that nickname. It's so good, Brock. You know. And, this guy has been, as that one just goes out. He's been on fire, Cam.
He really has. The whole season, really.
He's been arguably the best singles player for MTSU this whole year, not even going back to the fall. He's just been so good, and it looks like he just got I think that was an ace right down the tee there. And man, oh man, I can't wait to see what this guy's going to do next season, because him and Stein are going to be the guys, obviously, with Tom, Chris, even guys like Oscar, who we're not seeing today, Oscar Michalik, Oscar Michalik. We'll get down. We'll get the names down eventually. They're all going to be dipping after this season, so it's going to be a lot to replace. Obviously, MT recruits at a pretty good level, as we've stated before. But, man, I can't wait to see what this guy can do, Francisco.
Wow. Just out there. Goodness.
Yep, calling it out there, and the chair affirms it. So a hold of serve for Francisco. And I heard a little bit about Max on court 5. That is the one directly in front of us. And let's see if maybe we can go and take a quick peek-see over there. Make sure that it is Max that is serving. Yep, there he is on your screen and live and in color. Going up against Jeremy Casaban. And that one.
Wow.
Oh, it just
Some
squeezes
beautiful
out.
angles by Max.
Yeah, this is a bit of a revenge one for Max. Obviously, that doubles was probably going to go in favor of Vanderbilt, but it looks like the rest of the MT players were able to beat the clock on that one. And court 3 doubles was enough to buy enough time to keep it off the stat sheet, you would assume.
And Max, who previously suffered from an injury earlier on in the season.
Yeah, and just another update. Good news for Vanderbilt. It looks like on court 6 that Hubert Klopper is able to pick up a break, and he's up 2-1 and serving on court 6 against Pavel Model. So some good news. A couple early breaks for MT, but now it looks like Vanderbilt's getting their way back into this. And, so you can still watch in court 5, though. That one couldn't quite, or we might have called it for that ball rolling out there. I think that's what happened there. Max decided to call the point off, and there you go, Cam. So we've seen the other side of it now from MT. They kind of are in a bit of a back foot there, but they're able to call the point off. But, yeah, so again, we're going to keep an eye on it, and looks like that Max Freeman for Vanderbilt was able to hold his serve against Chris Edge, but on court 3, it's Stein Slump who's picked up a break now. And it looks like we're going to get a little bit of an update from around the grounds as we're now going to go cut over to court 3. This is Stein Slump, and he's taking on Maxim Sazam. And I believe we're about to have a special update from our field reporter for tonight. It's Dan Eschenfelder. Dan, tell us what's been going on around the grounds here.
So just came from court 3
Right.
and court 1, and Tommy had a break chance on him, but couldn't hold out, and they're still on serve. But good news on court number 3, Stein was able to pull out the break, so he's up 3-1 serving.
Did you see how that break was able to manifest there, Dan?
On
court 3
on Stein?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it was just a 1-point lead.
Just a 1 point. All right.
Yep,
all
absolutely.
Right. Thank
But a break's
you
a break. We love it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dan, so much for the update. And this is the court 3 matchup. And, speaking of guys that are going to have to take the reins next year, Stein Slump, he's going to be in a contention with Francisco for that number 1 single spot. And, number 1 singles camp historically has always been a bit of a tricky one for MT because, as we always love to say, every team's got a good number one. They've got a great top singles player, and usually MT's strength is in numbers, not so much in the top of the lineup. But both of these guys have the qualities to contend, and they've shown it throughout the year, and so I'm excited to see. Again, just a couple of quick score updates. This one on Court 3 is, again, 2-1 in favor of Stein, so he's got the break. Court 1, it's all on serve, 2-1 advantage. Court 2, it's a 3-love lead for Francisco over Marcus Ferreira. That's a really surprising one. Marcus Ferreira, a great player, and it looks like old Brock's got a good advantage in that one. And then heading over now to Court 4, Chris Edge, he's got a 4-1 lead in this first set. Man, these are going really quick. Court 5, though, Vanderbilt, they did get a break. Jeremy Casaban, he's up 2-love in that first set over Max. And then on Court 6, it's now just another break, but this time in favor of MT. Pavel Model has gotten it back on serve at 2-all on Court 6. So MT with a slight advantage. And again, how important is that doubles point already? Because we'd be sweating it a little bit if Vanderbilt had it, but because MT's picked it up, if they go even, if they split all the singles matches 3-3, Cam, MT ends up winning today.
Yep.
Yeah, these teams are not wasting really any time, it feels
Just,
like.
Unforced error there.
Yeah, and you know, I've always compared Stein to a guy that's upgraded from a sedan to a Ferrari, and you know, he's just getting kind of used to that power. And when he was a freshman, it really seemed like it was there, but he was had the temperament and maybe, you know, had to get it down. But by the end of that season, when he had those big games against Old Dominion in the Conference USA semifinals, and was able to close the deal on that one, it really seemed to mark a change for him, and he's really stepped up, matured, and become a much better player since then.
And never count out Stein for the clutch.
Yeah, but that is a break, actually, and we seem to have a bit of jinxed him there. But so Maxine Casaban is back in it, so it's a 2-all now as Stein loses his break. And now we're going to take a quick peek over at Chris Edge on Court 4. He's taking on Max Freeman from Vanderbilt, and that one is 4-1 in favor of Edge. So he definitely has the edge, which is a fair use. And can he extend the lead here? A break here would give him a chance to serve out for the first set. The fact is, it's feasible that he could serve out for the first set, and it's only been, what, 15 minutes maybe? But let's not count out Max Freeman yet. The senior from Ashland, Massachusetts.
Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Big backhand game, transition to that forehand, and he just dominated it. Wow. He's
just found the line, it feels like, almost, and he's putting it all together tonight, and that's absolutely good news for the Blue Raiders.
Just out, though.
Yeah, and again, Chris on the year in singles, 6 wins, 2 losses, and those 2 losses came against very strong opponents. And again, just another update. Max Roush really hanging on for a thread here. He's down 3-love and serving on Court 5. So it looks like Vandy's got a distinct advantage on at least one court, and that's something that they absolutely had to, in fairness, though, Cam. And still watching Court 4. Yeah, can't quite get that one over. Yeah, and that was a break, so there you go. Looks like we actually didn't jinx there. We actually managed to create something there. So 5-1 to Edge, and a very big chance now to serve out for that first set already. Chris Edge is flying today, Cam. And this is Court 1, though, so this is Tom Moon and his doubles partner.
Oh, great placement there by Tom.
Yep, and it. And it looks like, actually, we might head back in just a moment. So again, court 1. Tom Moon and George Harwell. This is tied at 2-all.
Hey guys, I just came from court 4. What was it? Edge actually got another break. Now he's serving for the set. It's 5-1.
Yeah, we kind of caught the end of that one, obviously, and that's really big news to hear.
Yeah, he's been getting it done.
Absolutely.
He's doing really well. He's
I think
already 2 up.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually about to try and serve out for that first set. I wonder if we can just fly immediately back over there in just a moment. As, again, you're hearing big sounds coming out from behind us. It looks like it's a double break on court 5 in favor of Jeremy Casaban. So Vanderbilt looks like they might be able to strike back quickly. But, again, this is 5-1. Chris Edge serving for the first set, and, well, that's what you like to see from Edge. You ever think any of the guys ever did like the whole like monster truck promo cam, and they're like, you know, when you go watch Chris Edge, you can pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge. Anyone ever? No, okay.
Man.
I tried.
I don't know about that. But
I'm gonna speak it into existence. And that's out.
Just out.
And that is the set. That was lightning fast. For Chris Edge. 6-1. MT has already claimed its first set. And we are going to now, let's go quickly over. How about we go to 2, because it looks like it's a 4-0 lead for Francisco against Marcus Ferreira. Again, this is a big surprise. What a day for Brock. And again, you're catching it up here. And I wasn't sure where that ball went for a second. Oh, and he's just managed to make it.
What a big pickup.
Big Brock with a big point. And fell right down, but he's able to pick it up, and you can hear it there. Big go, yeah, let's go, Brock. I think that might have been Chris. I'm not sure. But, man, oh, man, this is looking good right now for MT. Nothing's guaranteed, though.
It's unfortunate there.
Yep, good serve there from Marcus Ferreira. And again, just keeping you up. We are on serve on courts 1, 3, and 6. But again, MT took that first set on court 4, and they're up a double break here on court 2. But there is a double break advantage for Vanderbilt on court 5. Oh, my goodness. Oh, has that made it in? It has.
Wow.
Are you serious?
You can see the Vanderbilt player a little bit upset by that one.
Wow.
Roach has incredible ability to get that ball past him. Wow.
I am stunned he was able to get to that.
What a shot.
That was such a great shot by Marcus Ferreira to put it right in the corner, but Brock was able to just get under it and then just put it away. Sometimes it's just your day, and that's incredible shot there and great effort. Nonetheless, again, if I was Marcus Ferreira, I think I'd have to just, clap the racket. There's nothing you can do against that. So this is court 4. So Chris Edge is already underway here in this second set. Let's see if Max Freeman can get back into it for Vanderbilt. That was obviously not the way he envisioned that first set going. But again, we will go right back to that court 2 once the changeover is finished, which looks like it'll be in just a moment.
Just out there.
Yeah, I saw something there, and it looks like, yep, just a moment there, and we'll get you right on over to court 2. And looks like that changeover is about to finish, so we're going to head over there. And again, this is for Francisco Rocha at 5-love in the first set, looking for the bagel. A bagel against a really strong player in Marcus Ferreira.
Yep. Court 2 against the junior Marcus Ferreira. He's on serve.
Yep. I mean, this is just a really a shocker. I can't say that I was really expecting it to go this way, but I think you've got to be pumped. Again, Marcus Ferrer, the junior from Hilton Head Prep in South Carolina. And played mostly through 4 and 6 as a sophomore in the 2020 season. And he's gotten a bit of a bump up. And again, like I said, this is a young Vanderbilt team, but they were able still to put up a good team here. And I still think that 4, 5, and 6 for teams like Vanderbilt could absolutely be stars for other teams. So
absolutely,
yeah. But MT fighting hard here, and that one looked like it just went out. So yeah, struggles here right now for Marcus Ferreira, and Brock is absolutely on the precipice. Was that actually it, or yeah, it looks like it was.
Yeah,
so
just up. Yep.
Or is maybe changing the racket there? I'm not 100%. Nope, I think he was just changing the racket. I thought that might have been it, actually, but it was not. Just make a change of racket. Cam, what's kind of the positives of changing that racket out in crucial moments?
I guess he can have like a fresh fresh racket, I guess. New strings, which can be good.
Right.
That's really about it.
Yeah, and then first point doesn't exactly go his way, but and it does go long, and a big pop-off from Francisco. It's a bagel on court 2 for the Blue Raiders.
Wow.
And 2 sets already been picked up by MT. One more if all results held. But yeah, absolutely. I wonder if we can take a quick peek. It depends. I'm kind of seeing, I think court 1 is back underway now, and that's a big one. If MT can pick up a win. Oh, wait. It looks like we're actually going to go to court 5.
Okay.
So court 5 actually is a chance for Vanderbilt to get themselves a shutout here in the first set, because it is 5-love in favor of Jeremy Casaban. This is the freshman from Everett Tennis Academy in Flourtown, Pennsylvania. And put it down, Max.
Wow. There he is.
Yeah, Cam, I think at this point, most people will probably say that this set's probably not going to go Max's way. But I think what he can find here, if he's able to hold on to his serve and maybe get a break and kind of get a little bit of momentum for that second and possibly third set if he can force it.
Yeah.
That is, of course, assuming that he doesn't just come back. I have seen 0-5 comebacks before, plenty of times.
It'd be great to see from Big Max right here.
Yeah, and again, just an update from around the courts. On court 3 and court 6, it's all evens at 3-all. But on court 3, Vanderbilt has just taken a break, and they're up 5-2 on that court 3. So the Doors striking back, and they've got a good chance to pick up 2 first sets of their own on courts 3 and 5. But it looks like so. But if we actually, just another update came in. A break for Chris Edge on court 4. On to manage to get that. But yeah, Chris Edge up a break already in that second set. It looks like from the way things are going that he is on the path to victory, which would already. And Cam, how important would it be, you think, for MT to pick up an early win, get a 2 next to their name, and then everyone goes, okay, we just need 2 more?
Yep. That would be best case scenario, I'd say.
And so we'll keep you updated on that one. Again, we're just keeping an eye on court 5 here as Max is trying to stay alive in this set and get on the board.
Just too good there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we've actually started to see the crowd start to congregate more behind us. Those are courts 2, 4, and 6.
Yeah, it's packed up here now.
Yes, and
it's refreshing to see.
Yeah, I believe we heard a little bit of a cheer. I think that might have been court 2 as Francisco's back underway, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see if we'll get any reports from those. And there it is, a hold of serve from Max. So a bit of compensation at least. And he is able to get on the board at least. So no bagel. Could be a breadstick though, but Max has a chance now.
Yep. Saves the set.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what it is. Just trying to get back into it, get some momentum going. And now we're gonna head to court 4. This is Chris Edge, and he is again up a break to love in this second set, and he's looking to add another break to his repertoire. Just keeping you updated on other courts. I did see that George Harwell was able to hold his serve, so it's 4-3 in favor of Vanderbilt. Still on serve over there, though. And that one might be one of the matchups that we're watching in about an hour and a half, Cam, where we're saying, okay, this is where the win overall is decided. Yeah. So, and you know, Tom was that guy a couple of times this season, whether he's made it or not, but it has come down to him, and I think that is fitting. And, yeah, Chris Edge, again, he's picked up another break. So a double break for Chris Edge, 3-love, and he has now won 9 of 10 games in this match. So he's on fire. And, again, coming off that big doubles win as well. Yeah. So, actually, we just saw, I believe there is a breakdown on court 6 in favor of Vanderbilt. So Hubert Klopper looks like he got that break back. He did have one earlier in the set that Pavel got back, but it looks like it just got away from him again. But we are watching court 1. This is George Harwell for Vanderbilt taking on Tom Moon in a battle of the aces between these two teams. Couldn't quite get enough elevation on that one. Again, Harwell, this is a guy that was ranked just outside the top 100 before the season started in singles. And then Tom, obviously a grad student, one of the all-timers here at the Blue Raiders. And, well, I think there's probably not a better matchup, a better representation for these two programs right now than these two players right here.
Absolutely. George Harwell, one of the 3 seniors still on the team.
Yes.
Back in 2020, he had a 10-3 dual match singles record and 8 wins at court 1.
Yeah, so absolute
fantastic player.
Experience versus experience. Can't ask for more between two players.
Against Tom Moonen, Big Tom.
Oh, big ace right down the tee.
Ace.
And that's what Tom brings to the table. You don't see it a lot. I think it's because Stein kind of has stolen his thunder a little bit when it comes to that serve. But Tom has an absolute killer serve. Something about those dirty Dutchmen and their serves. I think it just works out for him. But, yeah, we're going to now go to a split screen here so we can kind of watch the action as it unfolds. So we look at a couple of sets that are starting to come to a bit of a close now here as we start transitioning into the second quarter, so to speak, of our coverage here. And looks like just a second. We'll get that right back for you. But you got a little bit of a sneak peek of it, Cam, between them. So here is court 3. This is Stein Slump taking on Maxen Casaban on your left, and court 5 is on your right. That's Jeremy Casaban. Vanderbilt with set points on both of these courts. I think Stein called that one out. Does it look like? I think that's what it saw, Cam. Your eyesight might be better than mine. I'm not sure, but I think that one just went out.
Yep.
A 1-0 lead in that one, and this is gonna. I'm doing the math right now. Vandy breaks 3, 5, and 6, but MTSU has leads in the second set and had won the first set on 2 and 4. Doing the math, it would come down to court 1. So, but of course, we still have a second set to play. Anything is possible. Out one long. And that will be the first set going in favor of Jeremy Casaban, the freshman picks up the win against the grad student, Max Rauch, 6-1. So the Doors are on the board now with a first set victory. And now we're going to head over to 3. This is Maxon Casaban taking on Stein Slump. Casaban serving for the first set. And chair umpire throwing his hands up there. Looks like there was a bit of an argument, but now they're going to talk it out. Was that the set? I think that might have been the set going in favor of Vandy, and we haven't seen yet. It looks like it is. Looks like they might have wanted the chair umpire to do something there, but it is indeed. Looks like it's going to go to Vanderbilt. So Vanderbilt, they scored 2 quick first set victories, and so now we're all even Stevens when it comes to that. So the Door is answering back in a big way. And again, how big is that doubles point now, Cam? It looks so huge.
Looks bigger and bigger as the game goes on.
Absolutely. And again, we're going to keep an update on all the courts, but this is court 4, 6-1, 4-0 for Chris Edge here. He is on the precipice of securing a match for the Blue Raiders. And as it feels like the momentum started to shift now a little bit more in favor of Vandy. Overall, but because they do seem to be winning generally. And it looks like that is the, is that the change? Yeah, I think it might have been a end of that service. So it looks like Max Freeman was able to get on the board for Vanderbilt. And looks like that's going to head to a changeover. I wonder now if we can head to court 1 because I just saw big news, Cam. Tom Moonen got a break against George Harwell, and so it's 5-4 on court 1, but it looks like they're actually on the changeover, so let's not go there right now. As we could just saw Coach Teo just went by the setup here, our women's coach here. I wonder if, and I wonder now, let's go to court 6, which is directly behind us now. This is Pavel Model. He's going to be trying to serve to stay in this first set. He's going up against Hubert Klopper, who is the sophomore from South Africa. We're going to keep a quick eye out so we might have to go on a split screen. There's so much action going on. A lot of big points coming up here, but man, this might be the biggest service game of the night so far, Cam. If Tom Moonen can pick up this first set, how big would it be? And we'll get to that in just a moment. Again, we're watching court 6 right now.
Big shot by Pav.
Yep, nice job by Pavel there. And it looks like court 1's about to get underway in just a moment. I wonder if we can do a quick little split screen there between courts 1 and 6 because those are a couple of set deciders coming up here, Cam. And big ones at that because if MT can pick up these, they're sitting pretty nice. They're sitting pretty. And so, again, this is court 1 on your left, court 6 on your right, I believe. So Tom Moonen serving for the set on court 1 at 5-4. And it looks like Pavel was able to hold serve, and they are going to keep playing. So forces.
And a big net shot by Tom Moonen on your left.
Yeah, unfortunate there. So Pavel Model holding on, going to force Hubert Klopper to have to serve it out in that first set. So again, we're going to dial in, focus in here now on court 1. This is the big one, Cam. This is court 1. Tom Moonen serving for the, not the match. I wish the set at 5-4. Ooh. Just got away from him. Going back to Sunday, Cam, Tom played only one of the 2 matches they had in that doubleheader. He played against Lipscomb, and both of those matches, both the sets went to 7, and they actually had to finish it in a 10-point tiebreak that Tom Moonen did end up winning, but he earned a break, and I really think that Coach Jimmy gave him that break on the second day because they were playing Tennessee State, and they did end up sweeping that, but also because he wanted him 100% for this matchup tonight.
Yep.
Fit it in there. Right idea. Couldn't quite execute it, though, and I think that's just how it is sometimes. Cam, I'm sure that's happened to you a couple times. You've got that pass. It's perfect. Just misses, right?
Yep, all the time. missed
that
out.
caught the tee, but it just got away from him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That's
Might have been a big serve, but ref calls it out. By Tom.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hard to return.
And again, we're going to keep an eye in the back of our head as court 6 is about to get back underway with Hubert Klopper trying to serve out the first set 5-4.
And for court 4, Chris Edge, 4-1.
Actually, I hate to break it to you, but you might have just cost him there because it was a break actually in favor of Max Freeman. So Max Freeman's back into it now.
Court 2.
On court 4, so it's 4-2 over there. So that one might be a little bit more interesting than we gave it credit for at first. But again, still watching court 1 here.
Oh, no.
What a rally between Harwell and Moonen.
Oh, my gosh. What a point by Moonen.
That was a heck of a rally. I was stunned. I was just moving in my seat with it alongside of it, but it just goes Harwell's way. He's holding on really, really hard in this first court. It's living up to the hype. I'm so excited. This is what I was so excited for, Cam. This is why I wanted to say this, because these two teams always give great matches between each other. And man, oh man, so we're going to fix up really quickly some of the audio here. We're going to dip away. This is court 4 now. We're going to take a quick peek away from it because court 1, I believe, some issues that we're trying to fix out right now. So we're going to keep you updated on that court 1. We're sorry to cut away from it, but we're going to try and fix as many issues as possible. I'll try and give you as many live updates as possible as you're watching court 4. Chris Edge is up 6-1, 4-2.
It's just out by Chris.
In this second set, looking to try and seal it out. So, again, we'll keep an eye on court 1 for you while we get that fixed out, and we'll give you live updates as it happens as Tom Moonen is trying. I think Tom Moonen might have sent one. Was it a double fault maybe that might have happened on that? And, yeah, it was. So Harwell survives the opportunity to serve out for the set.
Oh, but
and
Chris Edge fights for that one.
Yeah. So, again, George Harwell was able to hold on and got a break back. And it was the double fault from Tom Moonen that got away from him. So it's 5-all now, and that one – if I've ever, again, so like we talked about, Tom had to go to 7 in those 2 sets on Sunday, and he was able to clinch it out. He might have to do the same tonight. We'll have to keep an eye on it.
Yep. And now playing formerly number 117 George
pass.
Harwell. Well, what a pass.
And that one just right down the line. Court 6, though, went in favor of the Doors. 6-4. Hubert Klopper was able to serve out. Pavel Model was able to dodge the first attempt, but not the second. And again, just some updates around the grounds. 5-all here on court 1. Court 2, a break advantage of Francisco Rocha. He's up 6-0, 3-1 on court 2. Court 3, the Doors took the first set 6-3, and it's on serve right now, but it's a 1-0 advantage for Stein Slump. He was able to hold his opening serve.
Just out for Tom.
6-1, 4-2 is the score for Chris Edge on court 4, as that one seems to get a little bit more interesting in its back half there as the Doors fight on. Actually, just got an update there from court 3. It's now a break for Stein Slump, and that's a big one there, and they needed that one. I think MT needs to pull one of these matches that they lost the first set in back to really feel comfortable about winning tonight, Cam. And it looks like Stein might be that guy. He's up a break on court 3. And now an update on court 5. Remember, that's the one Vanderbilt won. They won it 6-1. And Max Roush was able to hold his serve at 1. And we haven't gotten started yet on court 6, but that is one that Hubert Klopper won for the Doors, 6-4. So as it stands right now, Vanderbilt, they have 3 first set wins. And MT, they have 2. So it might come down to this court 1 right here, folks.
Yep. And if it does, Tom, he loves the intensity of the fans.
Yes.
So that would be great for MT.
And an update on court 4. Max Freeman held his serve. And so it's now only a single break for Chris Edge now on court 4. So that one, we'll keep an eye on it. But again, still watching court 1 here. This is the big one. Yeah, I just lost the balance there, Tom. Couldn't quite get his feet set again to return it. So Harwell with a big hold of serve. And it's 6-5 for Vandy. This one just back and forth. And we'll keep an eye on that. I wonder if they're just now coming out of the changeover on court 4. We'll head over there in just a moment. And this is one where MT is looking to try and close out on court 4. So we'll go over there and check out, see if Chris Edge can hold that serve. That would put him up 5-3 if he's able to do it. And here he is at the top of your screen, serving against Max Freeman, the senior. Senior on senior action here.
Oh, wow.
Is able to fit it in. You know, I actually thought that one looked long. Did you think that one might have been long on the serve there? Or was it just so fast that you might not be able to?
It might have been, yeah, it might have been the latter.
Does that ever happen where you see a serve and, like, after a point you thought, okay, that probably was long? But
yeah.
You probably have to dump it immediately, right, because you're in the middle of the point.
Yeah. It's like, I'm pretty sure that serve was up, but, I mean, tennis goes. That is, well, after a big slam there.
Yep.
That is kind of how tennis can go sometimes with, if the opponent doesn't call it out, you just play it.
Yep. Well, Cam, again, we're keeping them updates, and I said MT probably will need to find one to feel really comfy about itself, but it looks like they have breaks on 2 courts where they lost the first set. We gave you that update on Stein Slump on court 3. He's up 3-love in the second set after dropping the first set 6-3. And then on court 5, Max, he made that comeback. We said how important was maybe that first hold of serve. It's looking good so far. He's got a break. He's up 2-love on court 5 after dropping the first set by sort of 6-1. So keeping some eyes on that. Can MT make some comebacks? Vanderbilt's trying to make a comeback here on court 4. And that's what we're watching right now.
Just in the net. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Freeman really couldn't get under that one. Seemed to kind of bounce a little high, and he wasn't quite expecting it right there at that spot, and not able to return. And it looks like Francisco, he dropped one of his breaks on court 2, so it's now only 3-2, but still a break advantage. But he'll have to serve out to keep that one, as Marcus Ferreira looks to be bouncing back after getting shut out in that first set, 6-love. Get a bit of a lull state here as big point coming up here. Chris Edge looking to hold on to his serve and the break for 5-3.
Wow. What a big serve by Chris.
That's one way to do it. So, yeah, 5-3, and it's going to be a chance now. One more game is all Chris Edge needs to win the match on court 4. So we'll keep an eye on that in just a second as we, again, want to keep an eye on court 1. This is 6-5 in favor of Vanderbilt, but Tom Moonen is serving on court 1. But we are going to keep an eye on court 4 because Chris Edge is only one game away from making this 2-0 to MTSU. And that's when they absolutely need, again, the positive energy of seeing that, come on, MT, or let's go blue, or something like that from the other side. It might spread down the other courts.
Absolutely.
Court 1 is on your left. This is George Harwell taking on MTSU's Tom Moonen. Court 4 is on your right. That is Chris Edge. MT would really want to push this one to a tiebreak if they can.
Big shot.
Yep, long
on your left.
Goes the shot of Harwell there, and good job by Tom putting him on the back foot there. Edge couldn't quite get that cross quarterback in. Tough shot there, and just landed about a foot long there. Big serve and volley there. Yeah, and it's really starting to get a lot louder now on court one. Looks like
unfortunate in the net by Chris.
Yeah. And that one looks long, and then from the celebration, it looks like it just got away from Tom in the end there. So George Harwell does end up taking it, and that's, if all first set results stood, Vanderbilt would come out of here with a 4-3 win.
Yep.
But like we said, we've talked about those comebacks that are currently happening for MT in courts 3, and I believe it looks like court 5 still has. Nope, looks like court 5 lost that break. So yeah. Which still, they would only need one. They just need the one to come back and then hold everywhere else. As we're now going to take a look at 4, as Chris Edge is at 6-1, 5-3, but is receiving Max Freeman.
A break for the match.
Yep. That's a tough break for Tom there. Had a chance to serve out and then loses 3 straight games. We'll have to see what kind of effects that has into the following set. Kind of saw Francisco getting excited over there. You can kind of catch court 2 on the right side of your monitor.
Oh, wow, and out.
Yeah, goes long, so chance here for Edge. Big chance here now for Chris Edge to win the match. That would really, I think, the momentum feels like it's been going more in favor of Vanderbilt overall just because of the first set wins they were able to pick up. But it would be really nice for MT to get a bit of momentum in their favor if they were able to pick up a match here.
Big shot.
Little sus there from Max Freeman, but he was able to get his feet set and finish that off. So a hold of serve from Max Freeman. And now Chris Edge. The ball is in his court. It will be 6-1, 5-4. Wait a second. No. Never mind. I might have gotten ahead of myself. Not quite yet. Still serving. Oh, well, never mind. Never mind. So it looks like it actually does end up going his way. It's just a couple ahead. I thought they'd finished off there, but it was the next point that got it. So now it's 6-1, 5-4 for Chris Edge on court 4, and we'll keep our eyes on that once that's changeover's finished. So this is court 2. This is Francisco. Oh,
wow.
Just a sweet touch. Playing to the crowd as well. And again, Francisco, he's up in this match 6-0, 4-2. Looking to pick it up, and again, you can kind of see the contingents of Blue Raider fans now starting to spread out a little bit more, but they're sticking over to those courts. It looks like 2-4 and then 1-3, which I definitely agree. They seem to be the big dogs right now, as Sign Slump actually just held on court 3. He's at 4-1 in that second set. But we're still watching court 2 and Francisco. That one gets away from him. Again, when Chris Edge comes out, we will cut right back to him, and it looks like they're about to get underway in just a moment. And we'll keep you updated as the scores come in from around the complex. But I believe now that Francisco is going to get that, And now we're going to head to split screen cam. We're going to look at courts 2 and 4. They are right next to each other.
All right.
So we're gonna take a quick peek at that. So those are the two ones that MT had to win that first set, and they've got big leads in these second sets, and they're looking to close it out. So Chris Edge on court 4, serving for the match. And then we have Francisco on court 2. And he is taking on Marcus Herrera, and that's a 4-2 lead in that second set for Francisco. All right, we got a special report coming in from Dan Eschfelder. Dan, what's going on around the grounds?
Yeah, so after dropping 4 of the first sets, Blue Raiders, I polled the lady tennis Raiders here. They're all watching intently, and I asked them, so in the third set, who you putting your chips on? And they're saying Pavel and Stein. Pavel and Stein. They're putting their money on Pavel and Stein to come back in the second and third sets.
Pavel and Stein. There you go.
The pairing of the Super Juniors that came in as part of that when they were freshmen, came in and helped win a Conference USA championship for the Blue Raiders. A long 2 years ago, it feels like.
It's really been 2 years. Wow.
Yeah. Still the reigning Conference USA champions,
true.
though, and we will continue to say that until it is proven otherwise. But again, Chris Edge serving for the match at 5-4 on the right side of your screen. We're going to be watching intently on that. And okay,
just
that
out.
just
there you go.
out. What a return, though, nonetheless, by Max Freeman to almost sneak that one back in, but just out. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I mean, the serves today from Chris have truly been exceptional. And that's saying a lot because his serves are already phenomenal. Match point here for Chris Edge. And another big serve. And it's going to be
Chris Edge.
Final on court 4, 6-1, 6-4. Chris Edge picks up the win. It's now 2-0 for the Blue Raiders. But Vandy, again, like we said, they had 4 first set victories, so they're still absolutely in this. And now let's head over. Let's go maybe to court 3, I believe. They might still be going. It looks like, from what I can peek on the other side here, that they are. That's Stein Slump, and he is taking on, or actually, no, looks like we're going to go to 2 and 4, or 2? Yeah, nope, here's 3. Never mind. So much action going on. I'm getting my wires crossed. I don't know which one I want to watch. But yeah, court 3. This is 4-2. Stein Slump has the lead. And now a break just happened. Pavel with a break on court 6. That one is a big one. And he's got the advantage. But we're still watching court 3. Stein Slump looking to force a third set. And MT, they have to find a third set somewhere if they want to win tonight. And I also think we're gonna quickly, when we get off the changeover, have to go over to court 2 because Francisco is gonna have a chance to serve for the match at 6-0, 5-2. But they're at the changeover right now, so we'll wait for that. Actually, we might just go to split screen right now. We have a little bit of downtime between the points on court 3. And we'll take you there. So this will be courts 2 and 3. That's Francisco on 2, Stein on 3. So Francisco on your left, Stein on your right. 2 and 3 respectively. And again, Francisco on your left, serving for the match at 5-2 in the second set. Right
Big
down the pipe.
serve. Wow.
Big fist pump there. You love to see it, folks. And again, Stein up 5-2. Oh,
just
can't get it over the tape there, Francisco. Nice try, though. But, yeah, Cam, we've now got 5-2 advantages on courts 3 and 2. And, again, you can see court 3 on the changeover right now. But we'll stay there for right now because when we come back, we're just going to – so just taking a quick look again at the crowd, you can start seeing they're really starting to pour over now on the court 2 because MT really close to a victory now. On that. And a big ace again. Francisco.
Wow, what an angle.
Yeah, great.
So hard to get to.
Great IQ there coming in from Marcus Ferreira. Really felt like a painter, just really putting it right where he wants it to. But again, it really seems like MT's going to have to find one where they pick up a win. One of these courts, it might just be court 3 as Stein Slump is coming up here now. Stein going to be serving at 5-2. And it's going to be for that second set to force a third. Just long from Francisco. Great opportunity now for Marcus Ferreira to get back into this match. He's deep into this service game now. And again, just an update on court 1. Tom Moonen now down a set to George Harwell. So looking tough now on that one. It looks like maybe Tom's a little bit demoralized after dropping a chance to serve out the first set there. So we'll see if Big Tom can come back. Just out.
Wow, what a rally, though.
Yeah, and that's actually for the break, so Marcus Ferreira is able to break, and it holds off.
Fights his way.
Francisco
Stays
there.
In there.
The doors, they're finding a way back into it. Now this is – and then on court 3, I believe that this one is still really close there. I think I heard – I might have been incorrect that this is 30 all on this court, on court 3. I was intently watching that rally on court 2, so I wasn't able to really catch too much of that, but that one did go long on Stein. So again, keeping an eye on court 2 as Marcus Ferreira serves to stay in this match now. It's now 6-0, 5-3 lead for Francisco, so he'll have another shot at serving for the match, assuming he doesn't break here in this game. But again, just a couple of other updates from around the grounds. Court 6, Pavel really bouncing back. He's up a break 3-1 now on court 6. And it's on serve 3-all on court 5 between Max and Jeremy Casaban. Stein can't quite get under that one. And it's going to be a hold for Maxon Sisams, but Stein is going to have a chance to serve for the set at 5-3 coming up here on court 3.
Yep.
But yeah, Cam, even despite the fact that MT has that 2-0 lead, it feels like they had to have had that lead now looking back at it because Vandy's really got a good chance at it. I think this really could go either way.
Yeah, thank goodness that MTSU got the doubles point like we were always talking about. Coach Jimmy, not a stupid coach. He knows what he's doing.
You don't win conference championships unless you know what you're doing.
Yep.
And Francisco, nice rally there, wins it. Well, I might have just jinxed Max because it actually did just go for a break. Jeremy Casaban breaks on court 5. He's got a 4-3 lead and will be serving, having already won that first set 6-1. So Vandy now has knocking on the door for a chance at winning a match of their own. Still watching Stein on court 3 here.
Oh, wow.
Just long, and a really good job by Marcus Ferreira for Vanderbilt there to just keep pushing Francisco's advances back. Still just went a little long there, and I think that was maybe a bit of a frustration shot there as Stein. And put away there by Maxen Sizam. And now a chance for Vanderbilt to hold off another chance to serve out for the set on court 3. So the door is really hanging on in these crucial points here.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, I mean, good effort there nonetheless to try and fight for that one. That was a couple tough shots that Francisco had to do just to get it back in play, but just wide.
Yep.
You know, Cam, this is starting to get to where I was talking about earlier, that they needed to finish that job and that they weren't going to get a ton of opportunities to put things away. We're seeing that with Tom now as he's down 3-love in that second set after dropping 3 straight games when he had the opportunity to serve for the first set.
Yep.
And then you see Stein kind of getting mad at himself, too. I mean, it feels like this is what I'm talking about, where those points came up, and when we talked about in the pregame, the big ones come up, and it just kind of seems like the mental, maybe more than anything.
Tennis, the big mental game. Oh,
And
just
long
out
there.
again. It's happened a couple times now for Cisco.
And there's a big pop-out from Stein. He needed that point badly.
That confidence boost.
I mean, if he can get that serve going again, he can start putting that serve where it needs to be and start thundering him off. I think that's where the implicit advantage of his serve comes from, is these 140-plus mile-an-hour heaters.
Exactly, that hammer, as he called it.
There it is, and that's the kind of setup you're looking for. And now this one's gotten a lot closer. It looked like for a minute that Maxen Sizam might have a shot at breaking, but it looks like it's going to come down to this next point or so.
Oh, Cisco calls it out.
Oh, and it just died on the spot there.
Wow. That's so
And it is a
unfortunate.
break point for Maxen Sizam. And here we go, man. All right, well, let's keep an eye on Francisco. We'll go over to Pavel Modal in a minute. I believe they just went to a changeover. Nope, looks like they're still out there, so we'll go over there in just a moment. But we want to watch Francisco in these points here. And was able to make the pass.
Match for Rocha on court 2.
And he is not just Brock. He is Brock Lesnar. He showed up, won, and is getting out of here. And
takes the win on court 2.
Cam, one more match is all it takes for MTSU. They're up 3-0. But you know what they say, as people in Golden State would tell you the 3-0 lead is sometimes the most dangerous of leads. So 6-0, 6-3 going to Francisco, and that's a big one. They needed that one badly. And again, that's the ones they were expecting to win. With how they dominated those first sets.
And who better than Francisco, who Coach Jimmy talks about early on in the season about how he's going to be a firecracker coming up, a good star.
So this is court 3. This is Stein slump. It's still got a chance for him. So Stein here. And Stein's going to take that one. Absolutely. Well, man, again, it's the path to victory. It's simple. And I wonder if we can almost take a quick look over at court 6 in just a moment. We're going to wait for this, maybe this point to play out here for Stein, and then we'll go take a quick peek because Pavel Model is up 5-1 and serving for the second set to force a third. And that's exactly what MT needed to do.
Wow.
Yeah, just as it gets away from there. All right, let's see if we can head over into a split screen between courts 3 and court 6. These are big ones here, Cam. The MTSU trying to find a third set here. They're going to have one to win tonight against Vanderbilt. But I don't think they'd want it. Well, they want it obviously in an easier way. But for a realistic win, this is probably what they anticipated it being.
Yes.
So 5-1 for Pavel. He's on your right, and court 3 still on your left. It's at 5-4 with Maxim Casaban serving to try and stay in this second set. Oh, well, that's just unfortunate for Pavel. It is part of the game, unfortunately. I think Pavel called it out, or excuse me, Stein called it out there.
Yep.
So double fault. Chance now really for Stein to maybe try and pick up the second set here if he can break on court 3.
Oh, wow, that shot's too good.
Quite get it in there. And this match on court 3 is just really feels like heavyweights trading blows.
Yep.
And that one just long and goes in favor of Pavel. Fighting hard to try and force that third set.
Yep.
Court 6.
And you can see up here in the Adams Tennis Complex that the fans have rushed to courts 3 and court 6, which we're watching right now.
Yep.
Trying to see the close.
Good crowd IQ. They know exactly what they need to be.
Yep. Oh, in the net there.
Big winner for Stein and a pop-off that goes with it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the set going to Stein slump 6-4, and we are going to a third on court 3. And that one was needed, but unfortunately it does come with a caveat, and that is the fact that Vanderbilt, they're on the board now. They have picked up the first one that they're going to need. It's Jeremy Casaban. He wins 6-1, 6-3 over Max Roush. so the Commodores are on the board. It's now 3-1. And 3-1 now. So we went from 3-0 memes to now 3-1 memes. And, yeah, I think you can still feel confident as a Blue Raider fan. Unfortunately, yeah, that's a break point right there. Hubert Klopper with a break point now, and he stays alive. And Cam, 90% of the time, I'm right every time. And, yeah, that's what I'm saying, closing out points. That seems to be a bit of an issue right now for MT. They're getting the wins, but they haven't been doing it in probably the ways that's going to make Jimmy's heart feel the best, or Blue Raider fans' hearts. Give them a little bit of palpitations, make them rub the head a little bit, They're stressing out, obviously, but it does provide great tennis. And obviously Vanderbilt fans are probably stressed out too, because this is really very much a tight matchup here. Here's something interesting, though. Tom Moonen was down 3-0 in this second set, but he's managed to get himself in a chance to get back on serve if he can hold here to make it 3-all.
Wow,
and put
amazing
down with
Tom.
authority.
Goodness.
And you can kind of see it on the left side of your screen because the teams are starting to line up now. You can't quite see MT, but I do see it looks like Francisco is down there, at least for the Blue Raiders on that bottom half of court 5. You can kind of see he's getting cut off. And then Vanderbilt at the top. I think everyone's interested to tune into this matchup on court 1. Big serve coming in from Tom there. And now we're going to go split screen. So now we're going to go from the courts that are in front of us to the ones that are directly behind us, because we're going to go courts 1 and 6, I believe. We're going to take a quick look here. Again, still a chance here for Pavel Motul. He has a chance. He's at 5-2. Yep. So any game win from here on out, assuming that Vanderbilt doesn't win 4 in a row, would equal a third set here. So it definitely looks like, we're guaranteed at least for one of these matches to come down to a third set, just because of the way Vanderbilt has to win these. So.
Oh, and hits the ceiling. Well.
So again, court 1 on your left, court 6 on your right. I believe that made
Moonen having a shift in momentum now.
Big Tommy.
Good.
He's back in it, and Pavel. Now with a real chance here. Again, so we're going to keep an eye on court 1. We're going to keep an eye on court 6.
A big slam by Vandy.
And Pavel can't quite get that one back in.
And just in the net there by Pav.
Yep. He's going to sail long on Pavel there.
Kind of getting away from Pavel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's part of it. Yep. And it's a very back and forth. You give that one little bit of momentum, and it can kind of get away from you.
It is going good for Tom Moonen, however.
Yep, he's still fighting hard, and we'll.
Yep. No, well, not on that shot.
Again. Oh, and that
Fantastic
just
shot.
Oh,
There it is.
yes,
from
Pavel.
Pavel.
Big point right there. That just touched the baseline, and it was a good job by Pavel to stay in it and convert it nonetheless. And now really into this now for a
Big
break
shots
point
on court
opportunity
6.
on court 6. And again, we'll see if we can go fully on court 6 now. A real good chance here for a set win for Pavel. And again, the crowd goes really quiet. It's funny. The crowd gets really loud and then it goes really quiet all of a sudden like that. But yeah, again, see how it's heading up on court 6. This is a big one. Fighting strong here. Pavel still fighting the good fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
just in the net there by
couldn't
Pavel.
quite get that one. Still a chance, though, in this, however. Again, Pavel's still going to have a chance after this if he's not able to convert here to still serve for the set. And George Harwell was able to hold his serve after dropping 3 straight games on court 1, so that's still on serve at 4-3. A little bit of a cheering combination here. And yeah, Pavel not able to get that one quite over there, and so it's going to now go to 5-3. So it'll be another chance here. Final chance if he's broken here to serve for the second set and to force a third and final one. Big one right here, Cam. And again, the cheers coming back in now. Again, just
Big
yeah,
shot
big
by
one.
Pav.
Yep, and again, just keeping a quick update again, like we said, 7-5, 4-3 the lead for George Harwell on court 1, but it is on serve in that second set. Meanwhile, still on serve in court 3 is 3-6, 6-4, 1-0 for Stein Slump. And then again on this court 6 that you're watching right now, Stein Slump serving at 5-3 to force a third and final set, and those are the only matches going. We're already halfway done. But these are the rubber matches. Only one is needed for MT to clinch victory over the Commodores. Not quite going his way that time. Nicely won there.
Big shot. What an angle. So hard to return.
Yep. Pavel with a real chance here. just wide there.
Oh, wow. Yeah, what a get, but so hard to
That
return.
was close on the line there, but it does make it in the end. Good combination there. Just wide.
Wow. So big.
Yep.
So big for Pavel.
Yep, he's close now. Forcing a third set.
Getting that momentum. You can see everyone over here watching Pavel trying to get the set.
Yeah, just another score update. Looks like Harwell with a break against Tom, so he's got a chance to serve out the match on court 1. So that's over here across us. Again, we're watching the matches happening behind us, but again, so it's 7-5, 5-3 on court 1 for Vanderbilt. So good opportunity for them to score another point. Pavel here for the set. That one just long.
Yep.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to another third set, and it's going to be on court 6. So MT has accomplished what they needed to do. They've gotten rid of those 2 of those first set losses. And so we're all even. So let's go over to court 3 now. This is Stein's slump. It is on serve at 2-1. But again, Vanderbilt, they are the ability to serve out for a match on court 1. It's kind of funny how this match may end up going, Cam, because it was 3-0 to Harwell, and then it was 3 straight for Moonen to tie it up, and then it might end up being, if they're able to serve out on court 1, another 3 straight for Vanderbilt. So funny how that works out.
Wow, that was a big shot from Vandy.
Yeah, big forehand there from Sism, and he's able to rocket that one. And Stein, even with his power, not able to get into that one and force it back. So again, our final 3 matches of the night. 7-5, 5-3 advantage for Vanderbilt on court 1. And then on our other courts, it's 3-6, 6-4, 2-1 in favor of Stein slump. And then finally, 6-4, 3-6, all even on court 6. MTSU needs 1, Vanderbilt needs them all. Wow, what a return.
Passing shot. It's absolutely crazy.
That is gorgeous from Maxon Sism. And again, I think you just got to kind of clap the racket there for that one. That's just not much you can do there. Sometimes you just get outshot, and that's what happened there for Stein. But just got to bounce back after that. Keep fighting hard. And again, everyone's really now starting to line up now on these courts in front of us on court 5. Oh, great job at the net right there. And we've just went final now on court 1. So indeed, it was 3, then another 3, and then another 3. So in the end, George Harwell picks up the win on court 1 in a hard-fought battle between him and Tom Moonen. 7-5, 6-3. So Vanderbilt is up to 2. So 2 straight for the doors. But those are ones that they seem to have a good firm grip of. So all the rest of them now will have to be decided in the third and final set. So it's court 3s and court 6. Those are our last 2 matches of the night. Stein will call it out. And again, he's really deep into this service game. Again, we're going to go ahead and see if we can maybe do a split screen of courts 3 and 6, Cam. But we're winding down now, Cam. These are our final 2 matches. I'd say we've probably got about 30 minutes left here. And this is kind of went how we were hoping it would end up going, and it's absolute slugfest. MT picking up that doubles, picking up 2 quick straight set wins, and then Vanderbilt responding in kind with 2 straight set wins of their own. But they are still down in that doubles point. Wow. And let's see if – but the thing is, Cam, MT's won the doubles point against Vanderbilt plenty of times, but they've ended up losing in the singles. We'll see if that rings true again, or if MT can rewrite history as Pavel goes wide there. Not quite there. And it will be a hold of serve for Maxon Sism. So 2-all on serve on court 3, and still no game score yet in court 6. So you're watching the first service game as Hubert Klopper tries to bounce back after a hard-fought comeback attempt in the second set, but no dice. But yeah, which one of our super juniors here can clutch up for the Blue Raiders? It just has to be one. Again, both of them, they've played such critical roles over the years for MT. And Pavel was the deciding point, the winner for MT for the Conference USA Championship against Florida Atlantic. That was outside here at the ATC. Stein was the clincher against Old Dominion in that semifinal. So both are no strangers to the spotlight. But Cam, I think I would go on the side that Vanderbilt probably has a slight momentum advantage.
Yeah.
But MT has the crowd advantage, so.
Absolutely.
Just long there, and it's going to be a hold of serve for Hubert Klopper. And so they'll head to the changeover. So a good hold for the doors on court 1. And now we'll again peel our eyes over to court 3 as Stein slump. Big service game here. High bouncing serve there, and it kicked up too high for Maxon Sism to really respond to it. And that's what you really want from Stein down the stretch here. He needs to have that serve firing on all cylinders. Because the longer the points go, I feel that sometimes if Stein gets in a long rally, it gets tougher for him because his power, he keeps wanting to fire it off. But when you get more tired as those rallies go on, sometimes your control kind of loosens a little bit. But that was a no-doubter. Slammed it right into the hard court there. I think Stein's to try and protect his serve as much as possible and try and get out of those games as quickly as possible. And now we're getting back underway on court 6 here. And again, a hold of serve for Hubert Klopper for Vanderbilt. Mission accomplished for Stein, and he does a good job holding the serve there.
Yeah.
And it's now 3-2 on court 3 in the final set. Got in, got out, what you needed him to do. And now the onus is forced onto Vanderbilt to try and respond back. So again, this is, you can kind of see the setup here. A little bit of a contingent down on the bottom side here on court 6. That's directly behind us, but you can see most people have shifted their way over to court 3, which is on your left now. Court 6 on your right. And Pavel, yeah, looks like that one landed in. I think the chair overruled him. And the chants are about to start echoing out now for kind of shifted over there. And there you can hear him coming in as Stein gets back onto the court.
Yep. There it is.
Big return there from Kloppert on court 6.
Such a good forehand.
Yes. You know, one of my favorite parts of the Conference USA Championship, and I hate to keep bringing it up, but it has been a while since we really had that full atmosphere, and that was one of the ones that I can really remember the most.
Yep.
Was when FAU, and I'll give them credit, they knew they were playing against him, couldn't quite fit that one in there, it looked like. FAU, they knew we were playing against a very away crowd, and so they really managed to try and get on the nerves as much as possible of the MT fans. And you know, it's funny because the Blue Raiders responded in kind by being a little obnoxious of their own. Has a nice little play there by Pavel to get the point.
The net.
Tough service game he's having to deal with right now. And that is how the tape goes sometimes. It's your friend or foe, and depends solely on luck, it feels like. And it just goes wide there for Pavel. Now he's really up against it now in this first service game. Again, you can actually see that Vanderbilt has dropped off a couple of their own players over to the side. They've actually pulled up a couple of chairs on court 6, or on, I guess it's not court, it'd be court 8, which we usually don't use, but it is there. Stein takes that one. Not too much of a problem there. So again, keeping an eye on court 6 now. Pavel really up against it, trying to hold on to his opening serve of this final set.
Shot by Pavel.
But I do believe it has been given to him, so that's a big one, and he needed that. Oh, and he's just managed to put it in a spot where it
gives
couldn't
you the fist bump. Big shot by Stein.
Absolutely.
And the chance again.
So real break opportunity there from court 3. And it's going to be a hold of serve for Pavel on court 6. That's a huge one, Cam.
Yep. And MTSU building up some more momentum.
You can hear it. The momentum, starting to shift now. But if Stein could finish it off here on court 3 for that break, I think this place is going to really have the lid taken off of it. Yes, and it's out. We try to be unbiased, but sometimes you want to get a little into it.
I wonder who you're rooting for.
It's a big break
and big one for Pav, too.
Yes. Whew. So it's 4-2. Steinslab, that was for the break, and that was really hard-earned, Cam. That was a tough one. Vanderbilt I give them credit. Being down 3-0, there's a lot of teams that would crumble, but they've absolutely fought tooth and nail for this. But Stein just making things happen. Again, you know, in these series, the points have been by the finest of margins, Cam, but they've gone Vanderbilt's way when they win. Tonight, they're starting to feel like they're going a little bit more in favor of MT. Can they close it out? Can they finish the deal? Stein has to hold on to this break here now to do so. Ooh, right idea, but just couldn't fit it in there.
A bit too wide from Stein.
You can kind of see Vanderbilt returning in kind. They've got to create their own hype machine. I suppose, we're really going to focus and batten down the hatches here on court 3 now, Cam. This is 4-2 now for Stein's slump in the final set. A hold here would be pretty important, would you say?
Man, and that encouragement is so needed right now in college tennis.
So I believe it's love so 15. Ooh, and now all of a sudden, the roller coaster ride has another twist, perhaps, because a couple of unforced errors, and tough shots that unable to be converted. It's love 30 now, and again, you can see everyone's piled up to this side. They know how important this court 3 matchup is right now. 4-2, love 30. Is Vandy able to break back, or is Stein able to pull off and hold it on? And again, Cam, that's where maybe part of the issues are coming from, having that first serve kind of starting to get away from them a little bit. Not as effective as it was earlier today in that doubles matchup. And that's what helped them win it. Second serve, love 30.
Wow.
Trixie.
Goodness.
Went against the grain there, but it worked out, and that was one that was absolutely needed if he wanted to stay in the hunt here. So 15-30 now for Stein on his serve in this critical 7th game of the set. 4-2 so far is the scoreline for Stein slump. And this is at 15-30.
First one out.
Right idea, but couldn't keep it down.
Yeah.
And
he went for it.
15-40. 3 break point. Excuse me, I think it's actually, 2.
Yep.
Nope, 3. 3, right? 3, yes.
3.
Math. It's hard. So, the 15 then would be the 30-40, and then at the deuce point if they get there. So triple break point opportunity now for Vanderbilt. Stein really going to have to pull something out here. And this man is starting to resemble a little bit. Oh, and it's not able to fit over. And Vanderbilt responds in kind. And it's
so hard to stay
4-3.
Wow.
Breaks back to back, and
goodness.
Ham, here it is. It's that not
They're really
finishing.
fighting for it. Wow.
I mean, again, I want to give credit again to Vanderbilt. They're fighting so hard right now, and I think even if they don't end up winning today, I think they can feel pretty good about the fact that they came in and they played a very strong performance after a very rough start on a lot of the courts. But again, man, MT with the amount of advantages they've had, Cam, if this one gets away from them, this might be the most soul-crushing of them all.
Absolutely.
But, again, we've still got quite some time to play. On serve on court 6 right now. Pavel will be serving at 1-2 right behind us. And, again, it's still 4-3 in favor of Stein. And he's got a chance, if he breaks back immediately, to serve for the match and the overall point if he's able to bring that one out. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. It's not the worst spot to get broken, to be fair. But it also really hurts because if you had held on to it, it would have been 5-2, and you'd feel pretty confident at that point that Stein might be able to find one more game to close it out.
Yeah.
But now it gets a little interesting, you know.
Just one more game. That's all
Absolutely.
MTSU needs.
So here we go again. We're going to get right back into it. And chance to start again. It's going to be Maxon Siscom. Maxon Sism. It's going to be serving here. And good job finishing that one off. You know, I almost wonder when you kind of approach the net with that much momentum, is it kind of hard to make sure that you're not reaching over the net when you kind of slide in there?
Yeah, a big part of tennis, you know, when you're approaching, you don't just want to slam the ball so hard, you know, it just goes out, just kind of placing it, getting a nice placement shot when you move up to the net so you can make a smooth transition.
Absolutely. 15-love.
First one out.
And a big service game here for the Doors. They need this one. Yeah, it's just going to be instantly set right up.
Evil shot.
Yep. Very smart one, though.
Drop.
Sism really seems to be getting into this now. The junior from New Zealand. And now 30 love on this service. You probably feel pretty confident about Sism being able to close this one out. Probably put it at all. As really Pavel's also starting to feel like he's up against it as well on his serve. He's had a couple of service games recently. And it's very tight margins. Anything's possible, but Vanderbilt, they're really forcing the issue right now. That one's out too. 40 love here coming up for Maxon Sism. And it seems likely, barring a truly remarkable comeback in this game from Stein Slump, that we're going to be going at 4-all. This one might be going for quite some time, which is good for free tennis, but not good for the hearts of either fan base, I would say. Just a big point just came in there from Pavel, as it's now 4-all because Hubert Klopper has just broken Pavel on court 6, and it's starting to get really tight here now.
Yep.
So 3-1 for the Doors on court 6, and 4-all now on court 3. And this match might be the match right here, Cam. 4-all. Stein Slump serving. That's a nice one.
Wow.
And had to really fight for that one.
Yeah.
Just grazed the line there right before that final shot.
Goodness. And Stein really playing the offense. And
Yep.
Vanderbilt, goodness.
They're playing such.
Maxing
Vandy's playing
system,
such insanely good defensive tennis today. I've got to give them a ton of
Absolutely.
credit.
Getting to every single ball, and sometimes, that's what wins.
Harkening a third set comeback. They were split between Pavel and Stein, and
Yep.
Cam, here we are.
Here we are, Pavel and Stein, yeah.
Can either of them finish it? Oh,
wow.
Goodness, you could not have
Such
gotten that by
big
the
angles.
finest of margins.
Gosh, and you got to give it up to the Vandy player there for getting to all that.
Yeah.
Goodness, Stein is hitting some
really
angles.
put him in the corner.
Wow.
So
An
I
MT,
believe
wow.
this is 30 love, correct?
Yep.
Stein now has a good chance to maybe try and get out of here quickly, but with the way Vandy's been playing defensive tennis, I get the feeling that he's not going to get it that easy.
Such a big serve.
And, if Stein wants to serve like
Yep.
that,
Goodness.
absolutely. 40 love here for Stein. That one is long, so second serve coming up here. And into the net, and that is a hold to love on the serve of Stein Slump. Cam, we can't hold hand. Can we put like our hands together on the plexiglass here and just like
try.
hold it? Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah, okay.
He's gonna. There we go. Hold my hand here. We need the one game.
Yep.
One
That's
game.
all we really
Cam.
need. If he can break.
If he can
Stein
break.
can break on court 3,
It would be a
and
first
MTSU
win
wins for the first time.
in 15 years.
Yeah.
So here we
There's
go.
the team.
Everybody's
Yep.
squatted
There's
up
the
here.
pep squad right there.
Yep, so Vandy is also at the top side there, but the Blue Raiders are at the bottom. And, again, we're watching Pavel behind us here as that's kind of going on. But the chants are coming out, and they're about to start heading out right now here on court 3, Cam. Oh, I'm so excited. I love this game so much. It's such a great sport.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the moments you kill for. This is why I was so jacked for this
Moments
match
you kill for, yeah.
months. Because we knew that this was very likely to happen because these teams are so good and they play so well together, and they always produce straight up bangers. And this is another one, probably the best of the bunch that I've seen. But a big opening point there. Fighting hard here. Steiny's got to find a way in here. And again, a reminder that if we hold out from here, that this would go to a tiebreak. Again, we're hearing some big reactions here.
It looks
from
like Pavel, who just broke on court 6.
And so the door opens up a little bit more for MT for another opportunity.
Yep.
As that serve goes long from Sism.
There's a big fist bump from Coach Jimmy down on court 6.
Yep, he's parked himself there. That would be the last vestige, more than likely, if Stein is not able to pull this one out. That's a big start. What a forehand.
Goodness, just across his body, crushes that one.
And you can hear him. That's one.
That's one.
So I believe this is now 30-15 for Sism. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I think we caught the end of that first point, and that went in favor of Vandy. And the second one, and then the third one going to MT. Just long on that one. So a couple points opportunities here. So it looks like this one might be playing on for just a bit longer. And prepare to be back and forth for the next couple of maybe 10, 15 minutes or so.
Big shot from Stein.
Yep. Falls its way out. Almost found its way back inside play, but
So powerful.
40-30 now. 2 points is all it takes for Stein. Yep, you can hear the chants coming out.
And a lot of pressure on the Vanderbilt team. Max and Sism.
And he can't quite get under that. 5 all. We play on. Stein had a great service game last time out. Held the serve, held the love on the serve, but wasn't able to get any further than 30.
Yep. And now it is 5-5 on court 3.
So Stein, this is his last full service game of the day. No matter what, can he finish strong?
Oh.
Finds that net again. You almost wonder if Stein's getting a little tired here. Which way will this momentum swing? Remember that Vanderbilt still has to win on court 6, and that Pavel, we heard, just got that break back, and it is again behind us. So the Czech assassin on 6 for MT, still fighting hard, so there's still an opportunity even if Vandy pulls this one out on court 3.
Wow, what a rip. Inside out forehand by the big man Stein.
Right in the corner. Like a pitcher.
Yep.
You just couldn't reach it.
Just seems so easy for him.
Yep, and that first point's always the hardest one to get, it feels like sometimes, and we'll see if Stein can do it. He's not able to hold the love on the serve this time. But I think he'd just be okay with holding at this point regardless, no matter what. 15 all. That one's long. Oh. And the net seems to be the real MVP today because it's finding its way really into this match now. But
player of the game to the net.
Who will it favor in the end? 30-15 now for Stein, I do believe. And again, Pavel has just held his serve, so it's back at 3-all. So break consummated for the Czech, and now it's all evens on court 6, and that's good news to MT fans there. Still alive in that one. No.
Oh, wow. And there you go.
You know, every person in this building held their breath when that return came in, but it wasn't able to get its way back in. Big chance for Stein now. Rocketed and no
there
way
it is.
back.
What a shot.
Stein says
that
Stein
cross court
does
is so deadly.
not care for my comments of him being tired. And once again, he has pushed it right back onto Vanderbilt.
Wow.
So no matter what, either Stein wins here or we're going to a tie break, Cam.
Yep.
And
those deadly shots,
man,
those cross
oh man.
courts.
Absolutely.
Just whip them over there.
And again, you can probably hear the excitement. There is still a slight contingent of fans that's watching this game, or excuse me, this match behind us here on court 6. Again, it's 3-all right now between Pavel Model and Hubert Klopper. Again, Pavel eliminating an early break in this set. Again, but man, I mean, you really could not make this any closer than it possibly could be right now. And well, we hope you've enjoyed this broadcast up to this point, because I've certainly enjoyed calling it. Cam, I think you've probably also enjoyed the matches going on. And we're coming to the end now, Cam. It's all good things must end, and
this is it.
It looks like we're coming up on the climax here.
This is it, yeah.
And which way will this go? Well, the only way to find out is to stay tuned right now. So, again, I hope you took that bathroom break, got your snacks a while ago, because at any moment, Cam, we could have a very decisive victory for MTSU or Vanderbilt pushing it to 3-all, and us turning our heads around to court 6 and having to watch that one.
Yep.
But so again, the score is 3-6, 6-4, 6-5 in favor of Stein, but he is going to receive a break, wins the match. A hold forces us to a tiebreak. Oh, nicely done there by Sism.
Play.
Yeah, that was a tough one. I think Stein tried to cross him up a little bit, but Sism was wise to it and managed to get it over there. And that's a good opening point for Vanderbilt. Can Stein get into this service game? Can he make something of the second serve as well?
Oh, and then the net there.
Middle of the net again. 15-all.
Yep, MTSU getting hyped up.
And again, now they're scored that first point. I really feel, though, that it almost feels like you get away with one there. It's more demoralizing than it is actually motivating when that happens. Demoralizing for the opponent, not really motivating for you, but it makes your road to a win a little easier, perhaps. Oh,
wow.
Look at that winner.
Beautifully done. Stein works his way back into the offense and just takes another whip of a forehand.
Snap forehand.
Wow.
And put it away, and it's 15-30 now. Real chance now for Stein.
Untouchable, that shot. Wow.
There'll be another chance on a second serve here for Stein. Can he make something of it? And a chance coming back in now. And I hate to break into this while it's happening, but we've just got more news. Pavel with another break as a ace there. Oh. I think it's the call. Oh, has he called it out?
Oh, and the line judge agrees, so.
That was that indeed called out? Was that was the second serve, correct? Or was that the first serve?
That was a double fault, I guess.
Double fault, if I'm correct. Yeah. Then that would be match point, correct? I'm not doing my math incorrectly, right? Wait. Looks like it. I think. Yeah, I'm not sure what quite happened there, but anyways, Pavel's got that break. It's now 4-3 and serving for the Czech. So keep an eye on that just in case Vandy is able to hold out here. Oh, and he just couldn't quite get to that.
Yep, too good of a shot there by Vandy.
Big point there. Well, I'm not quite sure where the points stand at the moment here, but one thing's for sure is that they're both very much in this game right here. But again, Pavel with that advantage. We'll keep an eye on that with the eyes in the back of our heads here. So there is still an opening for MT to win right now. On a chance now.
And that is
it is!
MTSU takes it.
Murfreesboro, it's time to party like it's 2006 because MTSU beats Vanderbilt.
Stein Slump takes it.
And play concludes on 6 with MT in the lead, and Cam, finally, the Blue Raiders get it done in Murfreesboro, and they do it in front of the Adams Tennis Complex.
Yep.
What a moment for not just this team, but for this program, for Coach Jimmy.
Yep.
They fought so hard over the years, and they finally get over that hump.
Yep. Stein Slump. He ends it.
And again, Stein, a guy that, again, we talked about had so much potential. It was about control. And he finally seems to have gotten his way in this match, in his season. And he just keeps making blockbuster moment after blockbuster moment for the Blue Raiders, whether against Old Dominion in the Conference USA semifinals, whether against Vanderbilt. And again, first win against the Doors in 15 years.
And MTSU clutch it up.
How old were you in 2006, Cam?
2006, I was 3 years old.
You were 3 years old. I believe I was 7. So it has been that long.
It's been a while.
I'm graduating college in 2 months. It's been that long since MTSU did it. And it's just such a great win for this program. Look, Vanderbilt, a round of applause to them. They had an excellent day tonight. There's no shame in losing this. Obviously, they're going to be disappointed. But nonetheless, I think they played an excellent couple of matches out there. They fell down really early. Again, the doubles point just seems to be their Achilles heel. But they had gotten away with it in singles. But finally, it went MT's way. And Vanderbilt are going to have a chance for revenge in a week's time. We have so much to talk about. We're going to have Coach Jimmy up here. I'm sure he's going to be ecstatic. Player of the game interview. Cam, I wonder who's going to be player of the game. Absolutely. But we're going to have so much more to talk about when we come back from a break. Again, MTSU, the men's tennis team, they finally defeat Vanderbilt. They get over the hump. They beat the Doors by a score of 4-2 here in the Adams Tennis Complex. We'll be right back again. This is MTN Sports coverage of Blue Raider Tennis on Conference USA TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back inside the Adams Tennis Complex in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where the MTSU Blue Raiders tennis team is victorious against Vanderbilt by a score of 4-2. And joining us is a very special and I'm sure very happy guest. It's head coach Jimmy. Jimmy, I told you beforehand that I was looking forward to this discussion because I thought we'd end up winning today. It ended up being true.
Yeah, that was a. I'm still trying to calm down. I can feel my heart still kind of going pretty quick. But a correction, we was 4-3. Pavel was cramping, and so we play again on Sunday. And I didn't want to see him get injured or get any worse. And with Big Stein being the hero over there, there really was no need. So we pulled the plug and retired. So credit to Vanderbilt for that match.
Okay, so it'll be 4-3.
Yes, sir. But crazy match, crazy good match, very competitive.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So this is the first time in your coaching career that you have beaten Vanderbilt. How big is this team for you and your team?
Yeah, I mean, there was a great tennis player named Ile Nastase. He's older than you guys, way older than you guys. Don't even know this guy. He's a Romanian guy, and he played Bjorn Borg, and he lost 16 times in a row. And after the match, he finally beat Bjorn Borg, and he said, "Nobody beats me 17 times in a row."
Yeah.
And I've kind of felt like over the years my team's gotten more competitive. I think Coach Ian would even agree with it. And today to get that one and just get this hump over my back, and in like 10 days. So I'm sure they're going to come back with a vengeance, but we'll just recover today and get ready for the next one.
Yeah, I think it's got to feel a little bit nostalgic. Obviously, it's almost been a full year now for Corona, and it's really been a tough time for, I think, all of us, including your team. But tonight, for the first time since then, it really felt like a vintage night in the Adams Tennis Complex, even though it wasn't the full capacity. What do you think about this crowd? They really seem to push your team over the edge, it feels like.
Yeah, no, huge credit to all the people that came. I mean, we have the limited capacity, and it sounded great in here. It was so exciting to hear the roar and kind of know what was going on the other side. And I really appreciate all the people that come out and support our team. And I mean, I started getting text messages to get reserved spot for this match almost 2 weeks ago. So that's pretty cool. I'm a ticket agent now as well with my title.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to ask about Stein. How do you feel about Stein? He was just crazy. The guy who he was playing, he wouldn't go away.
Yeah. I mean, I told you guys at the beginning, they didn't go away. I mean, even this match over here that Francisco just played, I mean, brilliant. And, that guy didn't go away. Freeman, the number 4 for Vanderbilt, he didn't go away. We were up 6-0, 4-1, I think, on that guy. And he hung around. And so credit to them. They're competitors, they're fighters, and they don't give up. They don't give us anything easy. I mean, the doubles point was super close too. So it's great overall match, and I'm looking forward to calming down and heading to my house to chill out for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't mean to bring back the stress anymore, but kind of take me through. You guys go up 3-0 overall. And then Vanderbilt starts crawling back into it. 3-1 becomes 3-1, then 3-1 becomes 3-2, and then the way Stein gets that break, and then it gets away from him, and that one's going really back and forth, and then Pavel gets broken down here. Kind of take me through those last 10 minutes as you guys ended up winning, though.
Yeah, so just because the scoreboard always says 2-0, 3, whatever it does, you count the first sets, right? Because we only won 2 first sets.
Right. Yeah.
So, just because, we take those 2 pretty quick early, it doesn't mean anything because, the other ones you're all down. I mean, Stein, it's just always kind of cool that there's a different hero in each one. I mean, each match. And tonight, Stein, I'm thrilled for him. He's been working hard, and, he was clutch today. I wish I would have seen it over there on that side. So, but you asked about Pavel. How does that work with Pavel? I mean, Pavel is a fighter, and he just plays he has so much versatility that I knew we could make a couple chess move tactics, I don't know if you noticed, but the head coach and I both sat on 6 almost exclusively. He kind of like an ER doctor would run over to 2 and 4 and try to see if he could get some energy out of those guys and get those guys back in. I didn't even talk to Edge or Francisco the whole day. I mean, I don't even think I talked to anybody other than Pavel the whole day. I just camped out because, you just kind of track the scoreboard and you feel the momentum of the match. And so just stayed there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there's no rest for you guys either. You still have ahead Auburn, Louisville. You got to play Vandy again, and then Alabama and DePaul. How does that road
South
look for you
Florida,
guys?
then Memphis, then
wow.
Georgia State. I mean, it's not like me to look ahead, but Memphis is 22 in the country. Georgia State has always been a thorn in our side. They're always top 50. DePaul is traditionally a tough team. There's no breaks. I mean, we got to keep showing up every day, which is exciting. I mean, we've never been in this position before where we've had so many opportunities every weekend. So it's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, Coach, we're going to let you all kind of celebrate, drink it in a little bit here. Obviously, we have our player of the game coming up now, Stein. Again, you kind of talked about Stein, but he seems to just find new ways to always kind of get your heart rate up, but at the end, clutch it out. Whether it go back to Old Dominion 2 years ago or now, he always seems to find his way into the spotlight in big matches, it feels.
Yeah, he is a shot maker. He is uber talented, and I'm excited for you guys to chat with him, and I'm excited to chat with him afterwards as well and hear about the match. So thanks for having me, guys.
Yep, absolutely, and we will get to talk to DJ Stein here in just a second.
DJ Slurpee.
DJ Slurpee, yes, absolutely.
Thanks so
again,
much.
thank you to Coach Jimmy for stopping by, and we will have Stein in just a moment and talk to him. But yeah, Cam, again, it's just been day of tennis, and obviously we're going to talk to Stein in just a moment about his match. I really want to hear his thoughts because it's really tough to come back from first sets losses, especially when you feel like you played really well to start off the day and then it kind of goes away from you, and it was just really back and forth. So I'm really interested to hear the kind of psychology that he had, so to speak, in that matchup. So I do believe we are about to get Stein in just a moment, and he'll talk to us about his game-winning match again on court 3 in just a moment here as we're fixing things around. But yeah, again, Cam, they'll be facing Auburn on Sunday and then Louisville and Vanderbilt again. But again, to talk with us is our POG, player of the game. It is Stein Slump, our junior. The man who is called DJ Slurpee by Coach Jimmy, and he is our winner today. Stein, first of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Kind of take me through this day for you all, because it started off with a pretty tough doubles match, and it ended with an even tougher singles match for you.
Yeah, I felt like we started off pretty well. I felt like three doubles was struggling a little bit, but picked it up later in the match. I think, to be honest, me and Pavel played our best doubles from the entire season. That was good. And Tom and Ashley took care of business. Going into singles, we knew it was going to be tough, but Edge and Brock just rolled the guys. I mean, big credits to them. They played really well. It happens forward, so just trying to enjoy the moment right now.
Well, Stein, you always seem to find yourself sometimes in these big moments. Again, like you said, going back to Old Dominion a couple of years ago, and now today. But you seem to find a way to close it out. What kind of was your mentality in that final game or two, especially with that crazy double fault? There was a bit of argument between the line there. How'd you keep yourself calm, close it out like you did?
I mean, honestly, it's my second time this season I clinched a match like this, so it's feeling really good. I'm kind of getting used to it, but I'm still enjoying the moment. I don't know if I'm just at that point. I'm just trying to win every point, go for every point, just work as hard as I can, and just try to come out on top. It's just I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and your opponent says he didn't make any mistakes. He never really seemed to go away. He's a really consistent, strong player. How did you battle against that?
Well, he was obviously a pretty big hitter, solid backhand, big forehand, trying to make me run. He didn't like to run himself, so I just tried to keep him on his feet, move from left to right. Just trying to spread the court, make him move.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked to Coach Jimmy. He calls the stage of the season for you the gauntlet, because you guys, you get that big win over Vanderbilt. It's your first win against Vandy in 15 years.
Yeah, I've heard.
And now you don't even get to celebrate because you got to go play Auburn. And now you guys did beat Auburn last year.
Yeah.
But
They got a strong team this year, though, I've heard. So
yes.
it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
We'll see.
But yeah, and then actually I believe Auburn actually beat Vanderbilt. I think it was like 6-1 or something like that. So if this was tough, I don't know. It might be tougher. It depends on matchups, obviously.
Obviously.
But, yeah. So, but what are your thoughts? How are you gonna rest up and prepare for that big matchup?
I mean, obviously take care of the body tonight and tomorrow. Get some sleep in, get some good food in. Celebrate a little bit maybe with the guys, and then quick turnaround to. I think we're leaving for Auburn tomorrow morning already. So yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Stein, congratulations again on the win. Congratulations to the rest of the team, and we hope to see you pick up some more big wins later this year.
Appreciate it. See you guys. Thanks
so much.
Absolutely. All right, Cam. Well, let's kind of wrap it all up here. Again, we've got so much to talk about, but unfortunately we don't have as much time. But we'll try to do as much as we can because we could really sit here for an hour and just discuss what this means for MTSU, what it means for the program and everything. But notwithstanding, I think this is going to be another great matchup in about a week's time again. I think Vanderbilt's going to have a lot of motivation now because, I think there's a bit of an air when you're dominant against a team, but then it finally goes against you, and you kind of feel like, okay, we have to take this way more seriously next time. But I think it's a great opportunity for both these teams. They played really hard today, and I think they'll bring something maybe just as good or even better next time. And again, MTSU, I think the story of the day is that Vanderbilt did not make a lot of mistakes, but MTSU maybe let a couple of them get away. They had a lot of opportunities to probably make this a lot easier on themselves than it ended up being, but we'll just chalk that up to maybe the mental block of having this team kind of being a bit of a thorn in their side, like they said. But again, MTSU, they're going to be heading to Auburn on Sunday, and that's a big matchup, another SEC opponent for them. And I do believe, again, that Auburn has beaten Vanderbilt this season already, so it might be even tougher, but we'll see how it matches up, and we'll keep track of that. And again, we will be back again next week when MTSU, they take on Louisville, and that should be another great matchup before they again head off on that weekend to go play Vanderbilt in Nashville. And again, we will be back for coverage of that match against Vanderbilt. I believe also UT Martin, am I correct, also there? Or is that early? That might be the women's game earlier in the morning. But again, we'll have coverage of that on next Friday, so make sure to tune in for that. Should be, I believe, a doubleheader or something around those lines here on MTN Sports. But that is all the time we have for today. We want to thank MT Athletics for allowing us to stream these matches and the Adams Tennis Complex for making this possible.
Yep, and if you missed any of this or previous matches, you can find a link to these on these CUSA matches by visiting our website, middletennesseenews.net, and clicking on our sport page. There you will find you will also find the full schedule of men's and women's matches.
Absolutely, and we will again be back next Friday when MTSU takes on Louisville here in the Adams Tennis Complex. For Cam Eschenfelder, I'm Nathan Vaughn. Thank you for watching MTN Sports. The Blue Raiders are victorious against Vanderbilt tonight by a score of 4-3, their first win in 15 years. Thank you for watching MTN Sports. Again, your home for MTSU Blue Raiders tennis. So long.